Migrants sail across the channel, to erase our identity. Hotels fill while veterans freeze. Stammer, our country's on its knees. Stammer, it's time to go, it's plain to see. All in all, you're just a prick in Whitehall. All in all, you're just a prick in Whitehall. We don't need your legislation. We don't want your thought police. No legislation on free speech. Starmer, leave our rights alone. Hey, Starmer, leave our rights alone. All in all, you're just another prick in Whitehall. All in all, you're just another prick in Whitehall.
On my days, I'm there chatting away to somebody on Facebook. Didn't realise the song had actually fucking finished. Bizarre, bizarre, bizarre.
Through
Right,
there,
anyway.
into the cave, to hear.
Oh, fuck, I'll turn it off. Oh, my days. You know, one fine day, I will actually start a stream and it will actually start perfectly. and there'll be no, oh, fucking hell, what are you doing here? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, fucking hell, why is that doing that? Fuck's sake, come on, man. What the fuck are we doing here? There'll be none of that. One day. Well, that's if I still exist in that day. But one day we will have it where I do actually just get it straight sorted out. One day we will get it sorted, I guess. But yes. So, big up welcome to the real deal, and of course, I've asked Dal. I think Dal's coming on in a bit, but he will have his sunglasses on. So, yeah, I'm not saying why, but yeah. But yeah, so Dal should be on in a minute. I think I just sent him the stream link. I'm sure I did. I'm not sure I like this flag behind me, you know, to be honest. It's just too much, I think. I think I'm going to go back to the Union Jack. Where's the Union Jack gone? Right, let's have a look. Where's the Union Jack? Here we go with the Union Jack. Where the fuck is the Union Jack? There, that's better. It just looks better because you've kind of got the sky behind it, and it's not quite as bright and shiny in your face, I don't think. But I don't mind this one. I don't like a lot of what it goes to and all that kind of thing. But who gives a toss? It's a UK flag, and that's what it's all about. Raise the flag. So yes, I mean today, right? Sort of watching the press conference. And I saw basically asking Nuno all the questions about Marianakis. None of them could get off that question at all. One reporter said it, then another reporter said it, then another reporter said it, and they just kept saying this, asking him the same fucking thing. And it's like, look, it's a press conference about the West Ham game. Not mentioned the new player that I think we've got. I don't know. I haven't seen it actually unveiled properly by Forest yet. But not mentioned anything like that. Just like what's going on with you and Marianakis. Everything seems fine to me. There is something they've got to discuss. But if you watch the video with Marianakis, because obviously he gets asked all about it as well. I mean, they're like little fucking termites. You know, as soon as they get onto something, they're like little fucking termites, and they just go and start eating the pieces of wood and all that kind of stuff. It's fucking embarrassing the way a lot of people are nowadays. Just as soon as they get something, they can sort of sink their teeth into, and people are going to take interest in. That's it. They're on it in a second, and it's just so frustrating because what's important is Forest. And then on top of that, if you want to go even further on top of that, he then asks Nuno, "Oh, you've got a really big fixture there in the Europa League, haven't you, against Porto?" Now, yes, Porto is big for Nuno, but Malmo is huge for Forest, and he don't even realise that. They're just absolute useless twats. I've never actually had a time where I've really been having a go at the reporters in the press conference and stuff like that, but this time I am. I just think it's bollocks, to be honest. It's asking questions that just there's no point in them. I mean, we got the Europa done after watching that draw, which I think is a mental way of actually doing a draw, to be quite honest with you. I'm sure there's a lot easier ways to actually do a draw than that, but it did get done eventually. And you've got Porto in there, you've got Malmo in there, you've got Midtjylland in there, you've got fucking Brog, is it Braga or something in there, you've got Sturm Graz in there. And you know what, bring it on. It's great to be back in Europe in some sense or the other. So, yeah, bring it on. The Forest are ready. So, right, let me just check out this. And the free kits we've come up with today, phenomenal, mate. Absolutely phenomenal. Best free kit sections that I've seen. I mean, I know I might be a little bit biased, but they're definitely sort of the best free kits I've actually seen come out this season. They're just, every one of them is just fire, and I will be looking to get every one of them as well. So I do want all those kits because they do actually look really fucking nice. I don't know whether this is working or whether it's not. So I did invite Dal on, but I don't know where he is. The connection's not the best. That's another thing. The mic might not be working very well either. Let me check, see if the mic's actually working. Yeah, everything's working all right on here. So yeah, so I don't know. I don't know sort of what's going to go on with that. I mean, look forward to like the Europa and all that kind of stuff, and all the shit around it and whatever. Just that's best just forgotten and carried on with. Really, same with this banner thing that's all over the place. I mean, just fucking get on with it. Like as I said earlier, I've seen worse banners than that in a football ground. So I don't really think it matters. It's just a banner with a bit of satire on it. It's just insane for me. I don't see why everybody's getting so fucking butthurt over it, to be honest. But it's 2025, so nah. Gotta be camel or nothing. I got this. These people don't all think they're clever, don't they? I got this chick talking to me on Facebook from the States, and I started asking her questions about like where she comes from, what's the main thing in the town and stuff like that, because that's what I tend to do. Because 9 times if it's a scam, which it is a scam, then basically they won't know any of that. They won't have done any of that because they'll think the picture's just going to get people interested and that's it. They won't have to sort of do anything else. So it's pretty much like that. And now they're saying like, because they keep saying if you want to have a chat, then come up and we'll have a conversation together. We're not doing that, then we're not doing anything. No, it's on WhatsApp. Give me your number on WhatsApp. Yeah. I've heard that scam as well. Yeah, I've heard of that scam, I'm afraid. So no, I definitely will not be doing that in a million years. There's no chance I'll be actually doing that. So it's always going to be the same with me. I'm not going to piss around with stuff like that. So yeah, I'm not getting scammed, not by anybody. I've never been scammed, and I never will be. Oh shit, bollocks! I've never been scammed, and I never will be. I nearly would get ended the stream then. If I'd have clicked the other button, then that would have ended the fucking stream. Right. Anyway, I'm gonna crack on with this as well. Dal should be in here in a bit. But I've got to sort this out. I've got to sort out my duties. Help everybody there. I don't really sort of push mobile games, but there's one I play called Dark War Survival, and it's actually quite decent, to be honest. And you can actually play it without actually paying any money into it as well. So it is a proper good game. I haven't streamed it or anything like that. I'm not sponsored for it either. I won't be bothered about any of that. That don't interest me at all. But it is a good game. It's quite a good fun game. You have to get yourself a watchtower, and basically zombies attack the watchtower, and then you have to build your watchtower, build your troops, all this kind of thing, and then go out and battle things and stuff. It's actually quite decent. It is really a good game. But like I say, it is a pay-to-win game if you actually want to do it that way. That's entirely up to yourself, though, really. Right, let's get that one done there, and then we'll get that one researched. What am I researching on there? Researching that, so get that one done. And I'm right close to the quota now to say that I've done my bit for today. So let me just crack on with this and just get it finished. Train those up, speed up the training. And I am right on the cusp of it. get them sorted. No, I won't have any more things now, basically. So that'll be that for now, I think. Don't think we'll be able to do anything at the moment. And yeah, so here we go. Here we go. Mr. Dal has just entered the building, and I'm just going to finish this off. All right, let me get through. Here he is. It's Roy Orbison.
I never liked Roy Orbison. No, I've got a very bad eye infection right under here. It's extremely gross and disgusting, and I'm not going to show it to the public. But what's up, buddy? But that's why I got the shades on. It's not because I'm trying to be pretentious or
Tom
anything.
Cruise. Not because you're trying to be Tom Cruise. I'm all right, mate. How's yourself? Apart from obviously that, I mean, things like that are so annoying, not really.
Bro, I am doing fantastic. You know why? My team is number one. I got
For now. For now.
Yeah, and it's a Friday, and I'm on with the Yeti. And number 3, I started CPAP therapy. So tonight's my 3rd night in a row using a small CPAP device for breathing while I'm sleeping. And I got 100 out of 100 score. I feel refreshed. I feel different. And yeah.
What's that about then?
It's like I have sleep apnea.
All right. Yeah, what's that again?
It's like your jaw relaxes when you sleep and your tongue goes back and it cuts off your air supply. So you're cutting off oxygen to your brain. And it increases the percentages of stroke, heart attack. We're United 51-52, right? I mean, and unfortunately, my boss passed away about 2 weeks ago at 48 of a heart attack.
Wow.
We have 4 kids. So, other than that, so I've been using the CPAP, which I get, through my medical insurance, and there's a sleep clinic just down the road from us. So I've been going to them. I tried it about a year ago and I didn't like it. I had, the face mask and that sort of thing that felt real claustrophobic. And I was like, this is awful. But my wife has said I would, basically she would hear me choking on air, not getting air in the night. And that's not good, bro. And I would say to anyone who's having sleep issues, like it's not too late to see your doctor about sleep therapy. And 9 times out of 10, I know you guys have your NHS or whatever employment.
Well, we used to have. Well,
used to have, yeah. But if it's something that you think you're concerned about in your life at 52, bro, it's definitely something I would suggest to anyone, at least doing research. I can't say it's for everyone, right? But there is science linked to, sleeping. And a lot of people, you sleep 8, let's say 9 hours, man. That's a long part of your 24-hour day. So
it's scary, isn't it, when you think about that? What you've got 9 hours.
Yeah, when you're basically resting, or not resting. So, for me, I was choking at night, but then I'd get up and take a piss, just thinking, oh, I'm up because I gotta, go to the bathroom real quick. But that wasn't it, bro. It's like I would wake up because I wasn't breathing, and then I'd force myself just to go to the bathroom, just because I feel, So I've been dealing with this for a while. And
what if you sleep on your front? What if you sleep on your front? Does it still happen then?
Yeah. Yeah, it happens no matter what, because it cuts back the airway no matter what. It's the tentacles in the muscles in your throat relax, your tongue goes back, and that's what cuts off oxygen. And they call them events. Okay. Some people have, they do the events by hour, right? So some people, like my wife's number is 14, which means she has 14 events per hour in an 8-hour day, right? So that's a lot.
Yeah,
those are instances where your brain is missing oxygen. But my number was through the roof. I was actually around 80. So there's about 80 times an hour I was not fully breathing while I was sleeping.
That's fucking insane. That is. Hey up, Carl, you all right, matey? Hope you're well. Yeah, you don't realize a lot of these things, do you? Really? I mean, it's like sometimes. I mean, I'm not getting it as bad now, but sometimes I get like massive palpitations in the heart. I mean, there is like a bit of a thing in my family anyway, but I mean, it seems to have sort of like calmed itself down now, but sometimes even that can sort of stop me breathing. So I know kind of what you mean in that respect, but being asleep is a scary thing because, well, you're asleep basically. So it's hard to be a scary thing, isn't it? I mean, and if you haven't got, like, if you're on your own or whatever, and you've got something like that, then it's major fucking a worry, isn't it, really?
Yeah, no, we are talking about sleep apnea, Carl. I'm just telling the Yeti that I'm on my third day of CPAP therapy. So, yeah, I'm actually feeling good. And you connect it to an app, and it tells you your score, right? How much air you're getting, and you
Yeah,
get
yeah.
this dashboard. And I got 100 out of 100 today, bro, this morning. So I was actually really happy with that. Like I had only one instance
Awesome.
per hour, which is great. That's only 8 instances a
Yeah,
night,
yeah.
right? So
Awesome.
that's really good compared to 80 something when it was before. I mean, 80 was high. Like that's life. That's my doctor said that's life threatening. And it took me a
Oh, yeah. I
long
would say
time
so.
to
Yeah.
think about that. So the last year I've been really, fighting using the machine, fighting not, relaxing myself enough to let myself use the breathing machine. And it sounds like a breathing machine. It's not. It's just a little thing that pumps air. That's all it does.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not like a
Yeah.
breathing machine, right? So it just constantly gives you air. So you constantly have airflow at night, no matter what. You can. So the one I have now is just a small thing. It's nasal. It just goes up to a small cord, and you just lay up watching TV for a bit, right? And put that on.
Yeah.
You start getting the rhythm of your breathing. And while I just have, the telly in the background, wife is sound asleep, and then I just doze off and get comfortable, and I'm out. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wake up.
Yeah.
I wake up feeling refreshed, not with like this, like kind of like baggage of tiredness. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So,
Yeah.
and there was times too working at home. I'd want to go to bed at noon. I feel really tired at this time in the morning, but now I really feel good.
Yeah.
I I,
Well,
I
that's
feel
good
really
then.
refreshed.
That's good.
Yeah, man.
That's good.
Thank
At
you.
least there's some like positives to it as well. I mean, I've heard of it, but I didn't really know what it was until you
Right.
kind of just explained it. But it is kind of because I mean, there's times when I mean it's nothing like what you're saying, but there is times where if I'm asleep and something does happen where I don't know, you're having a dream and you're drowning or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that, and then all of a sudden you sort of wake up and like something's wrong. Like for instance, I did it once and my leg had twisted. I was having
Mm.
this dream and I was got involved in like some kind of zombie fight or something like that. It's normally something like that. And my leg was twisted on the fence as I was trying to get over the
Right.
fence. And I woke up, my leg was twisted the wrong way.
Oh, weird.
Like fucking man,
That's weird.
honestly, because obviously I'd twisted my leg while I was in the dream
Yeah.
making the jump over the fence, so I'd actually twisted it in real life as well. So luckily it wakes you up because otherwise you're
Yeah.
gonna fucking be in a bit of shit, aren't you? I've had
Yeah.
it since my first bad nose break and nightmare
Mm.
shit. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. You don't really know much about these things until
Yeah, man.
you know someone who's actually
It
got
just
them. You know
it
what I
takes
mean?
a trip to the doctor, and I'm not a big doctor guy. Like I don't
No,
go out
I'm
of
not.
my way to do a fucking yearly physical or any of that, but I am
Mm,
now at
yeah,
51 years old because we're this pretty much the same age, Yeti, right? You're 52, I'm 51.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, like we feel like I think mentally we both feel like we're kind of in our 20s and 30s still,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
We're
yeah,
still kind of active. If we wanted to, we
yeah.
could go walk a couple miles every day if we really, really wanted to and be
Mm.
on some sort of plan. I mean, I don't know what your exercise deal is. Mine is not that much, but it's trying. I'm improving
It's
as much as I
this.
can.
It's
Right,
this.
exactly. Just lift
It's
that.
passing myself
That's a
out.
nice dumbbell you got there, mate. Tasty. Um, but it's like,
My exercise.
it's like, but going to the doctor now, it's especially if you have a good doctor that you can kind of just say, hey, I do a lot of this, I do a lot of that, right?
Yeah,
What do
yeah,
I need to do though to make myself better? I don't want to overindulge in that stuff, but I still want to have my fun, but I want to know what I'm capable of now
yeah,
because
yeah.
our organs are 50 years old, bro. Our heart, our
Of
kidney,
course
our
you are.
liver, all
Yeah,
that's 50
yeah,
fucking years old, and
yeah.
that's a long time.
Oh yeah,
It-
definitely.
you think to
100%.
keep these organs and shit moving in our
Mm,
minds, right? In our mind, our heart, especially to keep that shit moving, constantly day after day.
mm.
It takes energy. And I was not to get on a spiel, but I was listening to a guy yesterday on YouTube about how hard it is for the human body and how much energy it takes to digest food. Like the actual energy it takes to digest food. It's just
Yeah, yeah.
it's
Oh
a
yeah.
guy, I can't remember his name, he calls it keto camp or something. And he
Mm,
was like, it was fascinating. And I was like, shit, no wonder people get like the meat sweats, right? Big
mm.
steak, you're done with the steak, you're kind of sweating. That's their digestive system, like fucking going into overdrive, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so I've been
yeah,
kind of learning
yeah.
this shit, the last few days too, because I feel like with my eye infection, the sleep apnea, I'm kind of looking at seeing like what other little things I can fix. Like I need more magnesium, I need more vitamin D. Nitrous oxide is something you can take because it actually helps the sheathing of the inside of your arteries. So your arteries think, I mean, just like weird shit like that I've been diving into lately. And none of it's like hocus pocus. It's like real medicine, right? It's not like,
it's
eat
not a
some
bad idea.
eucalyptus and it'll cure cancer. It's like real shit,
It's not a bad idea, to be honest. You need to look after yourself. And I need to get my septum fixed. I'll tell you what I have started doing. Like, I don't know what septum is. I don't know. You'd have to tell me that one. Is that to do with your nose?
Septum is just like the main part of your nose.
Right, okay. I do like 40 squats every day because I was watching a YouTube thing the other day and they were saying that's kind of really good for you to just do like 40 squats every day. And I do get out of breath a lot because my endurance is terrible. Never stops lifting weights, gentlemen. Strength decline is the bane of men over 40. Yeah, definitely. I will go down a rabbit hole on modern food, but I shall stay quiet. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right. There's so many things in the foods nowadays that you don't really know what you're eating, do you, half the time?
They were showing, I've seen videos on YouTube. They were showing American high school. Big up, Bargav. American high school kids in gym class in the 50s. Right? Every one of these kids were like completely fucking in shape. And it was just like, it showed like school videos like you'd have in the 50s, right? Black and white. And it shows these just, kids wearing about 15, 16 on the monkey bars. Bro, they're all flat. They're just all flat. Every single one of them. There was not one obese kid in there. And this was an old school video, so it wasn't like it was a promo thing or anything like that. It wasn't, like, no, don't show someone who looks this way. None of them were overweight, bro. And that's what I think Carl's getting to is the difference in food over the last 50, 60 years.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And I used to believe some of that, but now that I'm at the age I'm at and looking at my health a little differently, I fully believe in what Carl is getting to, even though he had obviously have to go into detail. I know you believe that too, bro.
Well, it's all the things to make it last longer and stuff like that, isn't it? The actual food itself, just being natural food, will be fine because we're built to take that. But with all the preservatives and all that kind of stuff they put in to make it last longer, to sell it, get more money for it, that's the things that ain't good for us and disagree with us. 40 squats a good idea. I try to get kettlebell swings in every day. I just sort of doing something a little bit because I don't do a lot, to be fair. None of our ancestors had food intolerances, barring serious specific allergies, regardless of diet style. Most people in the West now eat a processed diet consisting of 90% processed and over 40 ultra processed. As Dow says, everyone was ripped back in the day. Why? Because multiple reasons. One, the sugar industry lobbying scientists to demonize saturated fats, meat, eggs, and butter. Yeah, I mean, 100%. I mean, food in Florida sucks. It really is my own
food down there, bro.
It's like my dad, though. It's like my dad, like the situation he's got at the minute. I mean, it must be horrendous. He's got like, his spine. His spine's sort of like gone into the back of his throat. So there's like a bit of his spine and it's sharp. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when he's eating and stuff like that, he catches it, and he just starts choking, and he can't fucking stop himself choking. It's unbelievable, and there's not a lot they can do about it because if they mess about with the spine,
does he drink a lot of like smoothies and stuff? Does he use like a vegetable blender type thing? Does he have to have like a smoothie to eat?
No, because he's very much sort of like, oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not, I'm not being like, he's one of those kind of people that goes, oh, no, I'd rather die than not look macho. Do you know what I mean? Which to me is really stupid, but it just looks horrendous when you actually have a meal with him and stuff like that. And all of a sudden,
how old's your father?
Stop. My dad's around 80 odd, I think.
Yeah, my father's 84. How old he is. My dad's 84 and has Parkinson's.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
we've
so
been
he's
dealing with that the last
going
couple of
through
years.
that. So yeah, it's a bit crazy, and there's not a lot they can do about it either, which
Right,
is pretty sad. They can't just cut.
right.
Like you'd think, oh well, why don't they just shave it off in his, do an operation,
Sure.
shave it off in his throat?
On
Back.
your
You can't.
spine.
It's the
That's
spine. You can't
yeah.
mess around with things
Well,
like
that
that, can you?
sucks,
You
man.
know.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, every singed
Thank
commercial food product, even from its core ingredient, i.e., what wheat grains, even before additives are already altered genetically, gut nightmare, now add in unnatural chemicals and enzymes.
the enzyme.
Exactly. I mean, and as people, people used to eat fucking meat raw and all that kind of
Right,
stuff back in
right.
the day and all that kind of thing. And they was absolutely fine with that because there is no preservatives. They've just killed the animal and they're eating the animal as it's killed or the fish or whatever like that. So they've got no additives in it whatsoever. It's the additives, it's the things they put into it,
Yeah,
which is where the
to
problem
make
comes
you
in.
buy their product more.
Mhm. Yeah,
Right? Like
yeah,
McDonald's has additives, Burger King, Taco Bell, etc. All that
yeah.
fast food shit. A friend of mine told me about a friend of his that worked at a Taco Bell, not at the store, but for the company, and said the meat they were giving was grade E,
Mm,
right? So you buy grade A steaks, right? Grade A, grade B, C, D. Grade fucking D, bro, is what they're
yeah,
feeding people. When it's
yeah,
not even meat, it's a mix of, like Carl's saying, chemicals, enzymes, whatever sort of like
yeah, yeah.
you were saying preservatives and stuff, and
Mm,
it's advertised as meat and is something as like alternatively healthier than a Whopper or a Big Mac.
mm.
It's the same fucking thing without the bread, bro.
Well, look at what they do with the cows, where they inject them to make
Yeah,
them more muscly and get more meat
yeah,
off them. And it's just fucking genetically stupid, really, because if you don't check it out on people, then are you ever going to know? And you can't just do it where you go, right, we'll feed it to 10 people. And if 10
right.
people are all right, we'll be absolutely fine. That's like getting peanuts and fucking giving 10 people who ain't got peanut allergies peanuts and then say, peanuts are fine for everybody. Everybody go and get them. And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
someone eats them with a peanut allergy and fucking pass and dies. It's
right.
just insane. Stabilizers, etc. We've lost all our food knowledge. Our great
Mhm.
grandparents had instead trusted Andy to flashy, healthy labels and greedy corporation. Now we are miserable and fat and weak. Yeah, absolutely. And like you say, when you're younger, you kind of take it serious. But another thing you need to take serious as well is your teeth, which is where I've fucked up all these years. I've finally got the gist now after 50 odd fucking years. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but and I realise now because you can get what was it that guy got and died sepsis.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, you can get sepsis in your teeth and it gets into
yeah,
your stomach and everything and rots
yep,
all your insides. And that's nasty fucking stuff. So you've
yeah,
got to be careful with your teeth as well. And
for
all of
sure.
the above has infected every single category of food, drink, alcohol, and even tobacco. Oh, yeah, absolutely. People sneaking sugar into things. Check your
Yeah,
garlic salt. It's got sugar.
check your ketchup,
Yeah,
your
yeah.
HP sauce, right?
Mm.
All that stuff. I mean, I've seen diet books where they say don't even eat tomatoes in some cases, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
of certain enzymes and shit or whatever, and whatever sugars are in tomatoes. I'm like, tomatoes? What the hell? That's like it's like right from the
Yeah,
earth,
yeah. Yeah.
right? But it's not. It's one of those things. Like I'm not gonna ever follow a diet, right? I'm
No.
never going to follow a fucking diet from a book that and I know that stuff's helpful for a lot of people. I get it. I get the Mediterranean diet is what my doctor told me to do, right? More fish and vegetables. Like
Yeah.
I like fish once in a while,
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
my wife's
Yeah.
half Filipino, so we eat a lot of noodles and rice and stuff. That's
I don't
just
think you can go
part of
far
what
wrong
we
with that
do.
though, really.
No,
Noodles
but the
and
white
rice
rice
and
is starchy, right?
pasta, you know.
And yeah, and some of the pasta, like I'm sure Carl could say to the packages of Barella pasta. Barella is a brand I'm sure you guys got in the UK that we use for like when we make spaghetti, right? But then we're
Mm,
mixing in tomato sauce with sugar, like Bargav's saying. Then we're mixing in meat, right? Even though what we're all talking about, and it's not
yeah.
good meat; it's from a fucking ragu jar. It's not like I went out and slaughtered the cow. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you try if you want something that like works for us like a family of four is spaghetti, right? Because we can eat that 2 or 3 days, in a row,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's a good
Eatable.
thing
And
about
you don't
those
just make a
kind of
little
chips.
spaghetti, you usually make a lot of spaghetti.
You
So,
do, yeah,
you
you
know,
make
we make a
sure
lot of
it's
spaghetti and we eat
lasted
that.
the whole week.
But it's also the timing, right? Yeah. And so it's like I don't want to eat a bunch of carbs at 7:30 at night, right? I would rather eat the spaghetti at like 4 o'clock and then later in the evening have maybe a yogurt or something, you know, just
Yeah,
to kind of tide me over watching the movie or something. But it's not only is it the food, but it's like Carl, I'm sure knows as well, and you know, is that
Big up United
timing of
fan.
how you eat too, right? Because we talked about how much energy it takes to digest food. You don't want to use that energy digesting food while you're trying to sleep.
No.
It's just
I mean,
odd.
to be honest, I am
Holy
terrible
shit.
for that, to be quite
Yeah, oh,
honest
me
with you.
too.
I
Oh,
mean,
dude, I
last
could,
night I had 2 pot noodles before I went to bed.
right?
So,
I
I
have
mean,
had a
pot
bowl of
noodles aren't too
Cheerios,
bad, but you know, I mean, they're processed things, but I mean, they put a
right?
lot of sugar in things because people like sugar, and sugar
Taste, they like
makes you
the
want
taste.
to keep eating, don't it? Unless you grow it or trust someone who does, then you don't fully know. Absolutely. Big up United fan 345. Big up, yeah, I hope you're doing good, mate. I'm still embarrassed by yesterday. Oh my days, bro. I mean,
We-
well, not just that, it's the things that Amarim said afterwards as well.
Oh, he's
The
done.
players have told me everything I needed to know.
Yeah, I think that's maybe a good time to swing into some football. I don't want to. Up to you,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We're not.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk for hours. Yeah, like I could go on for hours about this, right? There's so many different factors. Yeah, 100%. But as for
Oh yeah.
United, sorry, United fan, no sympathy over here. I just love the downfall. Love it.
What was that?
Love
What was that
the
meme I
downfall.
saw the other day? I tried to share it on Instagram and I couldn't actually get it shared. They've done something with the internet now where you can't just right click and save a
Yeah,
picture.
on
It goes,
Insta,
it
you
gives
gotta
a black
copy it.
picture, so you have to
Right.
actually do it again. You can do it if you do it twice. But the thing is, what was it? It's had the Grimsby Grand, and it says apparently Man United. What is it? Apparently Man United need a break. What was it? And you can't beat Grimsby at the moment. Oh, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a crazy game. Crazy amount of penalties at the end of it as well.
Oh yeah, 12,
That was
11.
insane.
Yeah, but Onana, I mean, Onana has proved that he is just not it. This, I mean, so for Amorim to even play him is ridiculous. I'm sure our friend United fan would agree because you know he's shit, right? And you're a manager, and you know he's shit, so you're trying to be nice. He's fucking trying to be nice to Onana. That's all it is. Why? This ain't the league for him. Go back to fucking Ajax, mate.
Yeah.
Or go to Portugal or Italy, France.
Inter Milan. Was it
Stay
Inter
in for
Milan?
him, bro. Inter Milan, yeah. Like, you know, replace Mike Maganin. Good luck with that. He's levels worse. He's Mike Maganin. Is that his name? Manigan or whatever. He's levels.
Yeah.
So not a guy,
Mangan.
you know?
Is it Mangan? I think it's Mangan.
Michael Mangan. Yeah, I mean, I rated him too, right? I wanted him at Arsenal years ago, but it's just those things, man. The team is just not good. And I've said it before in another stream, I think with you and Carl. I think Jez was joining us as well. Shout out Jez.
Yeah.
It's a team that's just kind of, if you really look at it, it's just a hodgepodge of players thrown together. Like whatever the hot name is at the moment, they want to go and get them, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Arsenal are looking at Sesko. We'll go get him, bro. They spent 293 million on Kuna, Sesko, and Mbeumo.
Yeah.
Not one of them is a Champions League fucking quarterfinalist.
No. I mean, the thing is, if you can't get something out of fucking Sesko, Cunha, and fucking Mbeumo up front, there's got to be something wrong somewhere. We're used to it, mate. At this point, nothing new. I know that's how it gets, isn't it, mate? That's how it gets. We need Nuno Yeti. Let us have him. Not a chance. And crazy how things work out. People wanted an honour at Arsenal years ago. Yeah. Big up Michael Chelsea. All right, matey. Big up Yeti and Dow. Sorry to hear about your dad. Gosh, have a pot noodle. Another quiet day for Chelsea. No confirmed transfers to talk about, really. Already mentioned Chukwuemeka leaving for Dortmund. And what did you guys think of him when he was at Inter for the Champions League final? He looked all right. I mean, he did look all right, I suppose, but they've got to take into account, as well as it's the goalkeeper's fault, the defending was fucking atrocious.
Yeah. You play a 3-5.
Goalkeepers can only save so many shots.
Right. And remember, they only played three defenders as well. They play a 3-5-2 and they try and clog the midfield, but that doesn't work when you've got fucking Neves and Vitinha.
No.
Desiree Doué. Jesus
Mm.
Christ. That Desiree Doué kid walks into any team in the Prem.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
God,
he's
that
good,
kid
isn't
is
he?
phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know, they got Carlos Scalia or whatever the fuck his name. I mean, yeah, they just overran Inter Milan. What was it, 4-0, 5-0 in the final?
Mm. I mean, you give me any goalkeeper. I don't care who it is. Matt Sells, fucking Raya,
Decent.
any of them, any of the good keepers, Shilton back in the day, Donnarumma, Seaman, all that lot. If you ain't got a good enough defense in front of you, you're all going to get found out eventually because you can't save every fucking thing that's coming in. But when it comes to an honour, that was an easy save. That first goal, that was a really easy save.
That was
I
near
mean,
post.
for some reason, he can't get down quick enough. It goes underneath him all the time.
Yeah, he's just
Crazy.
not good enough, bro. It's that simple.
Yeah.
And it's on the manager to make those stupid decisions, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, there's no way they're sticking with this guy. There's no way.
Can't do.
I think if things go bad this weekend, they're going to fire him this weekend. You can't. United cannot continue on, bro. They're already 16th.
You know what I'd like to see though? Do you know what I'd like to see, Dal? What I'd like to see come back, the old Cloughie. I mean, Cloughie didn't really do this, but he would say things about certain players at times when he was on the pitch. But I'd like to see managers actually turning around and going, that goalkeeper is fucking atrocious. What do you expect? I can't win with that goalkeeper. You know, I mean, just be fucking honest, be real about exactly what the issue is. Because if you start saying, oh, well, the old team let me down, well, some of the team maybe did do okay or whatever, and Burmo did okay when he came on. But it's like, if you can't get something out of that, Fernandez has got to go, in my opinion. I just do not rate the guy. I don't like the guy at all, to be quite honest. And I think they'd be a lot better without him, personally.
He's decent. I mean, to me is a decent player. I don't like him either, but he seems like he's on the Harry Kane route, bro. Just like, I mean, but he's got some trophies in his pocket. But it's like, is he going to be?
Yeah, but I mean,
I just don't see like where his career's going, especially if they keep getting worse.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of players have trophies in their pocket, but it don't mean they're actually any good. Sometimes you can get a trophy by just being there.
Yeah,
you
like
know,
Spurs
it exactly means you're any good. Yeah, exactly. But they should bring in Sean Dyche. I don't know whether they're going to get rid of Amarin, but if he's not going to change his situation, if you can't get them three working together in the front line, then there's something not right somewhere.
Sean Dyche is probably pretty down the list, Bargav, but you never know. I think they're going to press for Nuno if things keep going, and they're going to look at, they're going to look at some top managers. They're going to look at names. They're going to go with the freshest name, right?
Yeah.
They're going to look at Germany. They're going to look at the Dortmund guy. They're probably going to look around and see. I still think they made a huge mistake letting Mourinho go, and I think they made a huge mistake letting Louis van Gaal go. Louis van Gaal is a legend, right? You give him some money and time, he'll turn things around. But that's all ancient history now, bro. That's like 10 years ago.
The thing is, though, also we need managers back who can actually sort of go into a team, look at the players you've got, and go, right, this is the way this team's going to work, and this is how we're going to play. Instead of coming in with a set fucking play route. And then trying to fit players into the route that you're trying to use. I mean, that's not coaching, in my opinion. Coaching, in my opinion, is actually being able to change things up. Tactical managers able to change things up for different things. Because if you've got one style, that's all you're ever going to play. So it should be so easy to play against.
Yeah.
As much as my 10-year-old self would have loved this downfall, it is sad to see how truly awful United have become. However, they have won more than us in the last few years. That's very true, but it is sad. Sir Gareth of Southgate heading to Mid United next. Seriously, you can't go wrong with that fella. I tell you what, it might do better than some of the others, to be fair. But I think there's more of a player problem there as well, personally.
Right.
Hey, Michael, mate, and it's Insane Call and Evening Call Rossi, mate. But I mean, what did you get? You got Port Vale, didn't you, in the draw?
I think we did.
Port Vale.
Well, good thing we didn't get Grimsby Town.
Well, yeah. Oh, Port Vale
yeah.
can put it on though for cups.
Well, if they can catch us, yeah, I'm thinking catch us. I just, there's a level of athleticism that I'm sure we have that they don't. Right? I'm not saying that we're going to go out there and pound them 3 or 4-0, but we'll probably pound them 3 or 4-0 just because we have better athletes as players. It won't be because of an Arteta tactic.
I don't think it always comes down to having better athletes and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
It comes down to the mindset and because one thing I can guarantee you 100%, if you wasn't bothered about the cups before this season, you definitely ain't bothered about them this season. There's two things you're bothered about: Champions League and the league. And I think the league is the top one, even over the Champions.
I would think so too. I think, I think that's kind of foolish then in some ways on his part, because we just need to grasp onto anything right now. We need to add to the trophy case regardless.
He won't be bothered about that.
And here's the thing: this is where my blood starts to boil. We have the squad to win the fucking quadruple. The squad on paper. I'm not saying we have the ability, but we have the squad. Right?
I still don't think you've got the depth. Personally, especially with losing Saka and Odegaard as well.
Maybe the quadruple's a bit much, but we have enough to win the domestic double. We have enough to win the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, even if we fall short by the league.
Yeah.
Not even up there. I know Carl's going to totally disown me for that. No, but in saying that, as a top player, Gyökeres is starting to click a little bit. Saka comes back from injury. Let's see. I mean, we have at least more options now than I think we've had literally in the last 10 years.
Yeah, but they're not gonna play in the domestic cups, are they?
But that's on the manager. I mean, that's the thing. Go get them.
Yeah, but do you want Saka playing? Do you want Saka playing in a domestic cup, coming back, right? Yes. Playing in a domestic cup and then getting injured again for even longer?
If he doesn't, what if he goes to the domestic cup and he puts in a fucking brace and we go beat somebody 4 or 5?
He might do. I don't know.
He might get into it. I mean, at this point, I want to play to win. You have the players. We don't have enough backup, but the gap in quality from the first 11 to the bench is a lot smaller than it was before.
Right? Well, it wasn't that hard to make it a lot smaller, really, was it? I mean, it should have been done a good while ago. As Carl said, 1 billion spent. And I'm sorry, I mean, you look at your squad now. Now you've got your Gyökeres and your Zubamendi and Mosferet and Fortu, whatever his name is, to be fair. You got Raya, Raya is an absolute quality world-class keeper. There's no doubt about that.
Very good.
But now you've got these players and your Slivers and your Gabriels and stuff like that. You should be able to walk a lot of the things, but we all know the way it works. You don't just walk anything. That's Man United. They'll tell you right now. But you don't just walk any of it. And the thing is, when you're playing teams like Port Vale and teams, they're going to go hard. You know what I mean? And there's always that possibility where you could lose 1 or 2 players. Is that the reason not to do it? No. But I think Arsenal have bigger fish to fry.
Of course we do.
Biggest fish to fry is the league and the Champions League. And that's just my opinion as an outsider on what you'll take serious.
I agree with that opinion, but I also am in the camp of we have the ability to compete on all fronts right now. I think
you've said this one every year, though, haven't you? Every season.
No, not every season. No, because it's not every season that we picked up great.
No, you didn't say it on the first season like that he took charge, but after that, Arsenal fans have been saying that you can take all the cups for God knows how long, and you've got the squad for it and all this, that, and the other. And then all of a sudden, you get the stream where you're out again, and you're all pissed off.
You're reciting Eagle. That's not me. All I'm saying is now I feel, and even Jez confirmed this, I feel this is one of the strongest squads we've had in 10 years.
Yeah.
I can clearly say that. I mean, obviously, Alexis Sanchez, Ozil, Giroud, that fucking era, that's gone, right? That's years ago. So where we're at now,
I would say that.
We can compete on all levels right now. Oh, Saka doesn't want to play in the fucking Port Vale game. Put one area there. I know Martinelli hasn't really gone anywhere, and here we are a few days out of the transfer window. Was Martinelli really ever going? Maybe not. You can throw Martinelli or Trossard on the left. You can put fucking Moreno or Trossard up front. We have
Do
some
you
options.
believe he's going to go for it?
No.
That's my point.
No, I
I
know,
know what
your
you're
point.
saying. I know what you're saying about your team, but you're not going to go for it, are you? Let's face it.
Right. Like Cole says, he agrees not in a cocky point, but that we have the ammunition now to do it. Right.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
absolutely.
On paper, we have the squad, not even on paper, but we do. It's a FIFA team on paper. Let's be honest. 17-year-old fucking Arsenal fan, you know, he's going to set up his fucking FC 26 with fucking Arsenal now because we've got Eze, we've got Zubomendi, we got Gyökeres, who I'm sorry is one of the best strikers in the world in the current moment. So there's no reason why we can't put one area out there. There's no reason why we can't bring in a couple of kids, play Max Dowman, right?
I think it sounds great on paper, but I've heard it every year.
Well, yeah, you're going to hear it again this year.
I've heard it every season. And as soon as you play Port Vale and you get beat, it'll be, what the fucking are we doing? The only problem is it's not. The thing is, it's not about the players you've got. It's not about the squad you've got. It's about the twat you've got running it.
I get it.
Got nothing to do. Everything is superb apart from that part.
I fully agree, but we're doing the real deal, and you know the real deal is that he is not fucking going anywhere unless we fail this season.
If it's called the real deal. It's not called the real delusion.
I'm not being delusional, but I'm saying right. So I guess maybe the disconnect is that we agree is that yes, we have the squad to compete 100%. On all four fronts, right? 100%. Do we have the manager that's capable of letting us achieve greatness in all four of the competitions?
Who will care about it?
Right. No, he is not the man. And I'm wondering, and I heard this on another show, and I wanted to get your opinion, that there has been some slight rumors going around that this is a test for Arteta right now, and that they will sack his ass if things go fucking pear-shaped in December. Because he's gotten everything he's wanted and asked for.
Yeah.
And they're maybe even talking to other managers right now as we speak, waiting to see what happens. So I'm not disappointed in that. And so that is a small rumor that I've heard that this really is the fucking testing ground to see what this prick can do. You achieve the League Cup, and that gives you motivation to go on.
Yeah,
we
but
have to grab
again, you've just said, right, that if he doesn't get things done by December, when they're talking that, they're not talking winning Carbob Cups. They're not talking winning FA Cups. They're talking winning the league, challenging Liverpool, getting to the top of the league and smashing the Champions League. They're not talking about fucking Carbob Cups and FA Cups.
I get it.
He's not going to be... If he wins like Carbob Cup and the FA Cup this season, dumps out the Champions League and goes down to, I don't know, 5th, 6 in the Premier League. Is that enough with the money that he spent and what he's got?
No.
Exactly. So the Carbob Cup and the FA Cup don't matter then, do they? It's the other two that matter.
Not to him. It matters to the fans. It matters to the fans.
Of course it does.
Proving that, hey, you've got $1 billion. You should, in lack of better terms, you should shit all over Port Vale. You should shit all over your next competitor. And if it's, and we know it's not going to be United now. So if it's Chelsea or City or Liverpool or Spurs or Forest, right, in the semifinal, you better put out a fucking squad, bro.
I hear you.
That's the thing.
I hear you.
But you're right. Will he do that? Will he do it appropriately? Will he use the right players to be successful? And I still have doubts about that.
I hear you every season, bro. I hear you every season, but I also see what the aftermath is when it don't go right.
Yeah,
but I agree, but not in a cocky sense. Arteta owes me 3 league titles, 2 FA Cups, and a CL with the backing he's got, and not just financially, but via the cult of fans. If he plays that full team and gets them in a mentality of, we want the FA Cup this season, we want the Carabao Cup this season. But we know what mentality he's got these players thinking. His own captain says second is a fucking achievement. So, I mean, where's that coming from? That's coming from him. That's not, if you've got, and I keep saying it, and if you've got a different manager with this squad, you could probably wipe the floor with a lot of it. I'm not going to deny that. But with this guy, I don't think he'll care. And I'll stick by that. And I don't think Bertha's main job will be to make sure he wins Carabao Cup. And yes, as fans care about it, and as fans always care about, we want to win everything. I want to go for everything this season. Everything, apart from the Champions League, because we're not in it. But the Europa League, whatever, go, you know, it's too soon, but go for the league, go for everything. Win everything you fucking want. But Arsenal has proved on many, many occasions that they don't give a fuck what the fans want. If they gave a fuck what the fans wanted, they would have booted Xhaka out a lot sooner when he fucking threw the shirt on the badge, threw the shirt on the floor, trod on the badge, and then fucking told all the fans to fuck off. That's the kind of shit that when you realise that they don't really care what you want, they'll just keep bringing out new shirts. If I was with a cat, he'd have 27 lives. Yeah,
at least.
That's not what I said, Dalt.
I mixed his words.
You're welcome to hop on, bro. But that's what I'm saying. I'm not arguing against you. I can see your fire. I can see how much you want it and all this, that, and the other. But my point of view is, with Arsenal, their priority is not going to be an FA Cup and a Carabao Cup. There's two. It should be, agree. But it's not.
Right. But when those games come, I want him to think like it means something. Right? Like it means something. It is about selection, right? So Port Vale, I don't expect to see Saka. I expect to see Nwaneri or Madueke on the right. Right? I don't expect to see Gyökeres. I expect to see Trossard, to be honest. You know, not that I rate him as a striker, but is Gyökeres, like you said, is Gyökeres Saka worth an injury against Port Vale, who will play hard on the ball? They're going to get stuck in on every single tackle, right? And, you know, is it worth running the risk? And of course, my answer is no. But my other answer is that we now have Trossard and fucking Nwaneri who we can play in the appropriate positions. I don't want either of them to get injured either, but I'd much rather have Trossard on the bench for 3 weeks than fucking Gyökeres, right? Or 6 weeks or whatever. So, you know, and that's what I mean, go after it. And I don't mean just having your only first 11, you know, putting out the first 11. You're going to have to mix it up. You're going to have to play Max Dowman sometimes because he's going to just, like, what the fuck am I even doing here? Right? Over time. So Port Vale is perfect for Nwaneri, for Odegaard, Dowman, for Saka, or vice versa. You know, now is the time to really experiment that. Keep Rice in there. Keep a spine. You know, that's the thing, is that I think we now have a spine that, you know, you could say is the second team, essentially, that still consists of some pretty good players from the first team. You know, if you're not going to play Gabriel, you need to play Saliba. If you're not going to play Saliba, you need to play Gabriel, right? It's either both or one or the other, you know, because we know what it's like when they're both not playing. It's shit, right? And QBR is about out the door, which is fine. We're bringing in the new guy today or tomorrow. He's not going to be ready. You know, I'm not so convinced he's ready, but even though it's Port Vale. So if Mascara and Saliba are center backs, then I at least know that there's some intent on his part to at least compete. Right? So I just, you know, like, you're right. I don't want them, the Carabao Cup and FA Cup meeting, to be the priorities, right? I really don't want them to be the priorities. But when those fixture lists come out and we see fucking City or, you know, Forest or Newcastle or somebody on that list, I expect us to go out there and fucking play to win. Regardless of the cup situation, you know. But I'm like you. I do want most of the emphasis on the league and Champions League, of course, you know. But I do think with winning the League Cup, that gives us the X factor that we sorely need in the trophy case. We need something to show for something. He needs to show something for something.
Mate, I totally agree with him. Before I've been calling, I'm just going to say one more thing on it, right?
Sure.
Do you think for a minute in that dressing room he's going to be in there going, look, I want this, guys. I want this more than anything. Like with Champions League, like with winning the league and every league game. Do you think he's actually going to do that? Or do you think he's going to go, look, let's go out there, enjoy yourselves, have a game. It's not the most important part of our season and all that kind of stuff. Because it also comes down to boosting morale for a team before they go out there. And if he does that, which he generally does, I believe. Well, I mean, look, Cole, what do you think? Do you think I'm wrong in what I'm saying, or do you think it's right?
About Arteta in general, sorry, I was kind of trying to get connected into this. I may have missed the last bit of conversation. Sorry. Are you saying about, do you think Arteta take the cup seriously? Is that what am I understanding?
Right? And the kind of like team talk he'll give and all that kind of stuff. Do you think he's going to make it be an importance thing, or do you think he'll just go out there and do what you can?
Yeah. Well, I think at this stage there is a lot more pressure mounting on him, and not from the fact that he's been here for so many years without winning anything. I think it's a lot to do with the appointment of Andrea Berta and the moves that you are clearly seeing. Is backed from his decisions, i.e., Gyökeres, etc., and how quick we're making moves. By the way, it's insane. Now this is a relief. Number one, this. We're already,
myself, bro.
Oh, it's amazing. That alone is already a win this year for me, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So because there is not, he is not the main guy, it seems, anymore, and there is somebody else there in the background who, but his connections don't just stop at fucking players for transfers. They also are with managers. He has close contact with Diego Simeone in the past. I'm sure if Arteta didn't do the business this season, or halfway through the season, one quick phone call, who knows? You never know what can happen.
That's what I think.
I think I wouldn't be surprised, in short, if Arteta ended up going gung-ho for even something like the League Cup, just to give himself something to fall back on, because that's what rats do. That's what cockroaches.
Yeah.
That's what cockroaches and rats do when the pressure's on. They do anything to survive, and that's his best chance to survive. Regardless of the squad that we have right now, I still don't think it's good enough, even to guarantee to say you're in for a fighting chance with the league. I mean, we've made 2 concrete upgrades on paper. The rest is up for debate. We don't know yet. Do you know? So a lot is to be said. If you ask me, Yeti, overall, do I have faith in the manager to do what's right for the cups? No. However, he's desperate. I do believe he's probably desperate right now, because I do see a subtle shift in kind of how.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, agree.
But I don't know. I don't know for sure. I'm not going to pretend to be a mystic Mac here. You know what I mean?
I agree with that too, Carl. I think that's because of now the players have come in. He's actually gotten Gyökeres, who can, like, you don't tell me shit, boss. I scored 92 goals, in 2 years, right? So he's got higher profile players now, right? He's got Eze, obviously, who bleeds the red and white, who's been wanting this opportunity since he was fucking 12 years old. He's got Waneri, who's been at the club since he was 9. We've got, he's got the yes men, obviously, in Odegaard, and Zubamendi now is a yes man, and it's kind of, we'll see what happens with Martinelli, but I agree with 100% of what you said. But I do think that, like I said, when that semifinal comes, if we get there, that there will be a push to win that Carabao Cup or that FA Cup at the end, right? And I keep saying the League Cup because that's the earliest one we can fucking win, right? So it's like, I agree with you, Carl. I think there needs to be an emphasis on winning that, at least putting out a fucking performance, bro. But I think we have the players now that want to put in that performance, regardless if it's Arteta or not. You see where I'm going? Gyökeres is a winner, right? He's a winner. Eze coming off winning 2 cups in the last 6 months. I mean, that helps the mentality. Waneri, young and upcoming, willing to listen, willing to be coached, right? Whatever that means. And Zubamendi does come with some, obviously some European experience. And I think the upgrades, we've signed Gabriel. Looks like we're keeping Saliba this season. So I think all in all, we have the group that has the mentality, but we'll see if they can express it, right? That's another thing. But I do think that the players have
the OT expression
in a way have boosted Arteta into thinking that, I can do X, Y, and Z now because I got everything I fucking wanted for $1 billion, right?
Yeah.
But I do think the players do bring up the other players in reaching that mentality.
Yeah, your points are true. It's also, it kind of stems back to my previous point about the appointment of Andrea Berta, right? It's ironic that out of $1 billion spent, the last two are serial winners, I suppose. Well, not serial, but Gyökeres to a degree, and Eze within the last 5 years are winners, and they will raise the standards. The thing is, under Arteta, if he had complete reign and control and has his entire way, I don't think those two signings would have been met. Not just for the player profile or anything like that.
Good point.
The fact that they are using
Very good
trophies,
point.
which is out of his control, which by essence to me is that from the shadows, the board via Berta or whoever else is raising the standards in a subtle way of going, bitch, you better win some.
Agreed.
Yeah.
If you don't, then there's going to be problems within the camp and everything else and all that. And the other thing as well is, I think, why I mentioned the League Cup, I just want to make it very clear. This is not my standard for this season. If all we get is a League Cup after £1 billion spend, and not just £1 billion,
no.
It's not my money. I don't care, right? But it's the cultish backing that I've seen over the last 5.5, 6 years.
Trust the process.
All that stuff, the abuse I've gotten, Dal, you've gotten, every other Arsenal fan has gotten. He owes me, as I said in my comment previous, from all of that, he owes me 3 league titles, 2 FA Cups, whatever amount of League Cups, and also at least 1 Champions League, based on his words, his arrogance, and the fans backing and the money. So that's the thing is,
the thing is as well, he's got choice now. He's got choice now, and he's going to be found out because he's actually got choice now. He's got players that he can bring on that can change a game and all that kind of stuff, so he's actually got that choice now. So he can't just stick with what he's been doing over time all the time. He's got to have something else. So he's got some really good players at his disposal. The worry for me at the minute really is that Gyökeres ain't getting found. And that to me is fucking criminal. I know it's only 3 games or whatever. Well, he's had the friendly, and then he's had Man United, then he's had the Leeds game. In the Leeds game, he had to make his own goal. Let's face it. And
that's what I said.
Normally, I've watched him play for Sporting Lisbon. If he gets on that left-hand side and there's somebody in the middle, he looks for the assist. That to me was like I'm fucking having this. He even took on 2 Leeds players to get round him where he could have actually lost the ball and put the ball in the net. So he could have screwed it up in that respect. I didn't think he would. But the fact that he didn't even look for anybody else, I thought he said, well, I've hardly had the ball all game here, so I'm fucking keeping this fucker.
Not having the ball for all game and then having to take 2 defenders on to make the chance happen. You're damn right he slotted that in, and rightly so. Gyökeres, as he should have been. Because I know. Yeah, I even definitely he would have fell over and broke his fucking
fucking shoestrings tied together.
He wouldn't have got past 2 players. Havertz would have gone into those 2 players and then dropped down for a penalty.
He would have even trapped the ball.
But it also just shows how absolutely idiotic our fan base is, because after the back end of that Leeds game, they were like going, "Oh, Gyökeres, singing his praises and all that sort of stuff," and like after seeing him versus Man United, apparently having a no-show by no fault of his own, because the runs he made in that game were absolutely top class runs he was making. But how quickly the narrative shifts with our fan base, and it just shows me how little they know of football. Because from one week they were saying he was absolutely awful, and the next week he was saying he was amazing. At the end of the day, all of that only should have been on the rest of the squad for not making a single fucking pass to him. Even the goal he scored, I'm not including the penalty, which was a fabulous penalty. The goal he scored, he had to make it from absolute scratch. I was very surprised he was able to make that goal happen. I was shocked. I was like,
I knew what he was capable of. I knew what he was capable of.
I didn't think he was capable of that, though. I didn't think he was capable of taking 2 defenders on from the left wing coming in. Taking 2 of them on.
Far on the left wing, too. It wasn't like it was in the half space. It was on the wing. And he just went right around him. It
was entirely made by himself. That to me was an absolute slap in the face to the rest of the squad. Going, "Hey, bitches, fucking find me the ball, and this is what happens."
Definitely.
I agree. You can really dissect that goal like you just did very well, Carl. Because that was his own work, right? And the thing is, was there someone in the middle to pass to? Was Odegaard following up? Fuck no.
No.
Right? There was no one to pass to. Maybe Saka was coming in from the near side, but there was no one else. He was out in
Odegaard was on, was he?
Neverland out there and got the ball down and actually made something with it. You're right. Havertz can't do that. You know, Saka would need more help to do that. And Gyökeres just pushed through, and that's one of the best goals we've scored in like weeks, months. We look at the 14 draws card. Right, we weren't doing anything like that against Everton, Palace, whoever those teams were towards the end. Even the last 4 weeks, I barely even, like you too, I barely even watched because it was mundane shit to fucking get up at 6 a.m. to watch this crap 1-1 against Fulham. I mean, get the fuck out of here, right? But the thing is now is that, but we also had 5 fucking defenders on the bench.
Yeah.
Right? We don't have that now. So, I mean, we got Lukonga, floating out there, whatever, who's obviously not going to get a game. But at least, like we said before, is that I think some of the players are actually understanding what it is to be an Arsenal player more than Arteta knows what it means to be an Arsenal manager. Right?
Yeah, well, they have the standards.
What it means. Gyökeres is understanding what it means, right?
Yeah,
Arteta still has to find that in his head because it's not all about him, right?
Yeah,
that's been our thing. It's all about him, his ego. He wants to win
they've got to start passing to him. And if I mean, look, I know like Arteta said, "Oh, we don't need a 9, we don't need a striker, and all this, that, and the other." Well, now you've got one and you're not giving him the ball, then that's just showing what you actually are, because you've got an actual striker there who will put the ball away from most places, to be fair, or he can create great assists. I've said for ages, great Arsenal player. If you've got somebody who knows how to use him, he's a great Arsenal player, because you guys pass it around to each other all the time, try and set each other up and stuff. So he's a perfect striker for Arsenal, and he can finish it off, or he can actually give an assist. But the manager's got to sort something out, because at the end of the day, the tactics he's using at the minute, he's not finding Gyökeres. And will it eventually work? I don't know. Will Gyökeres have to keep getting his own goals and doing things like that? That, to me, that goal wasn't a team goal at all. No. It was a Gyökeres goal. It was a pass over from Ben White, which was a clearance, I think, and he got right to the fucking Leeds defender. Gyökeres then took it off him, because he's got a lot of really good strength. And then he just went, you know what, fuck this, I'm having this. And he just went for it. And he is a quality player. Big up Stephanie, by the way. How you doing? Yeah. And he is a quality player. And I don't have no issue with, like, I've said this before, I don't have no issue with Arsenal. I think you've got a fantastic team. I think you've got an awesome team. But there is always a but, and that but is him.
Yeah.
And he's not going to change his style or anything like that.
Knows that as well.
It's got to change. And I agree with what you're saying, Lone Star, where you don't fear anybody and you're going to do this and you're going to do that. And with another manager, I'd say yes, 100%. But with this one, I'm not 100% convinced. Massive weekend, Texas versus Ohio State and Liverpool v Arsenal. That Liverpool-Arsenal game, even though it's early in the season, that's going to tell a lot. And so far, what you're doing with this difficult start to the season, you've done fantastic. The Liverpool-Man City game, obviously, you got players as well, Emirates, but Emirates, we struggle with you guys at the Emirates anyway, so we're going to have to be on our game big time for that one. And, I never underestimate anybody, and I certainly wouldn't underestimate Arsenal. But it's just that guy. I just cannot stand that guy. I don't like him. You might be right. He might go for like a Carabao Cup or an FA Cup or something like that. But, I mean, how many Arsenal fans, not you guys, when I say Arsenal fans, I don't mean you guys when I'm going to say you're idiots. But how many Arsenal fans are going to, celebrate a Carabao or an FA Cup, the same ones that said this shit's beneath us anyway?
They're all going to celebrate it like a bunch of pansies.
Of course they are.
I just want something to shut up Chelsea, City, right? I just want a fucking trophy, and I don't want to just again. I'm like Carl. I'm not saying that
Gotta
I
get
want
that Europe, then, bro. That Europe's
we
gonna,
have, yeah.
that's
Oh, I
where it's
know.
gonna shut them up,
Europe,
but it will do a
like,
little
Carabao
bit.
Cup ain't gonna shut up anybody, but it will shut up the debate of like, oh, Arsenal don't have this, that. I just want to add silverware to the trophy case, but I'm not willing to. I'm not willing to sacrifice anything else for low level, right? If you know what I mean. Like Carling Cup is the least thing I'm worried about. You know, I'm more worried about hook 'em horns, baby. Hope you all smash the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah, big up. And I mean, look, at the end of the day, it would be a good thing to like have a Carbob and an FA Cup. But if you end the season with a Carbob and FA Cup, then the narrative's just going to simply be £1 billion.
That's the worst.
Carbob and an FA Cup.
That's the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is us winning the League Cup. As much as I love silverware, that's the worst case scenario because that would be enough to keep him in a job for God knows how more long. I don't think it's going to be as long as it would have been before, but it would be at least another season. But the way this is another thing that fucking drives me nuts about the way we even just talk about cups as if we can pick and choose or prioritize the league or things. It's retarded. Like if you play well and you get yourself into a quarterfinal, the minute you get to round of 16, take it seriously. Doesn't matter what cup it is. Take it fucking seriously. Definitely. Go all out when you can. There's not that many games left in those cups. Take them seriously. That is your chance of silverware. Whereas the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, or the fucking Champions League, it doesn't matter, or Europa League, whatever that you happen to be in. The minute you start talking to knockout stages in the cup, take it fucking seriously because this is what the sport is all about. This is what we remember. Everything else.
You want to win. You want to win everything.
We want to win. We absolutely, of course, we want to win. Of course, we want to win. We've been starved of it. We've been starved of it for fucking far too long, and people have been too happy whilst we were starved of it, which is my biggest gripe. And you know what it is? Actually, back to what you said there about shutting up Chelsea fans, City fans, and all that. I want to actually fucking finally see a reason for our happy clappy fan base to actually be celebrating everything this dickhead does. At least if we have a trophy, it'll make me go less crazy when I see the hysteria.
Right.
This guy. I want to tolerate our own fans more. Fuck other fans. I couldn't give a flying fuck what Chelsea do, what City do, whatever else. As long as we win something, I couldn't give a fuck what they do. I really couldn't give a fuck what they do.
I agree with that.
I want to beat those big teams in no matter what competition. Right? Like Port Vale. Like we should beat Port Vale, right? We should be the operative word. But
if you're in a competition, you should be set.
I want to beat them.
Should be set to win it. You're a fucking big team. You're a top 4 team. You're fucking all these kind of things. I mean, look, if you're in a competition, you should be winning it. If you should be set out to win every single game. You don't pick and choose. Chelsea couldn't win an egg and spoon race as Lone Star. I'll leave you to Michael. Who's Texas versus Ohio State? Arsenal must win the title. Yeah, college football, Michael. And
what happens if we don't? What happens?
Piss off. And Oregon Goon, okay, Dal, mate. Barely watch US sports apart from IndyCars and the NBA. The only 2 I regularly watch. Cheer up, Northern, and I see Michael, and not surprised. Go on, Cole. Say what you say.
No, but what happens if we don't win it, Lone Star, man? I asked you this question last stream a week ago. What happens if we don't win the title? At the start of every season, I see so many Arsenal fans who applaud the regime and whatever. But then you're saying stuff like this at the start of the season. What happens if we don't win it? What do you want to happen then? That's all I ask.
I want him out. But I know he's not going anywhere because he's Snake Josh Crosby.
No, not you, Dal. Not you, Dal. I'm asking Lone Star. Sorry, man.
Yeah, Lone
Star. Not you. Jesus, Dal. No. Lone Star. Respectfully to Lone Star, he just said Arsenal must win the title. And I just asked, what happened? What do you want if not? What do you want to happen if we don't win it? Because I hear the same thing the last 2 seasons from Arsenal fans, and it drives me nuts. Because then come the end of the season, we're trophless. If that happens, there's just more excuses, mate. And we'll never progress. We will never progress if this is our fan base. We just will never progress. It drives me crazy. Anyway,
he's got to be sacked, mate. He's got to be sacked. I go, no worries, Dal. Yeah, no worries, matey. just seen your private chat. But yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I've lost the fucking chat now. Where the fucking hell's that gone?
DJ Crane's in this bitch.
Big up
No
DJ Crane,
silverware,
how you
no
doing, mate?
silverware.
No silverware. Give him a lifetime contract with 5 million pay rise every year. Nobody who's like spent that kind of money can continue after that, surely.
Even the money we've lost over transfer dealings is sackable. Like, I remember when Aaron Arsenal came out with his spreadsheet about 3 or 4 months ago and said, we bought this player for this month, gone on a free. We bought this player, gone on a free. Bought this player, gone on a free. So we've taken a financial hit with this prick in charge as well. You know, it's not like just the voidness of trophies has been the only thing. We financially have suffered under this guy, you know, and that's
His
sackable
wages
offense
as well.
already. What's that?
His wages as well, isn't it? Something
Yeah,
like
no.
fucking God knows how. I don't know how
15
much
mil
it
a
is.
year. Second highest paid manager in the world, I think, or third highest paid. I just sorry,
You know.
So no, I'm just done with the charade, right? And this season has to be it. You know, this season has to be it, bro. We just brought fucking Goikarez and Eze in, who's one of the main prospects of English football. Took us over our fucking rivals, chose us over any other club.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I mean. It has to raise something. It has to raise eyebrows, you know, for Arteta in a way to say, oh shit, I've got a really good problem to have, but how am I going to, you know, implement this so I win something? And again, like Jez has said before, there's a level of like, we want him to be successful in winning something, right? It's not like it's like I feel like I'm definitely in the Arteta out, but sometimes I feel like, but if he performs, I can hop the fence for the day, right? We're gonna hop back over the next day, and I'm tired of feeling that way, right? But I'm more him out because I know, and you know that I know that there's 8 different managers out there that can get a tune out of this squad right now. Luis Enrique being one of them. And if we really, really wanted to win something as a club, we would go and get the best. Right? We wouldn't bring an amateur in and let him build up his CV while we suffer without winning anything. That's the biggest problem I have, you know, is even like the Calafiori signings, the Moreno signings and so forth. Bringing in lackluster players just because you saw them for a few minutes in the Euros, or Mikel Moreno, maybe there's a little more link to that. But it just, you know, and now that we've got Berta, I think what Carl says, Berta's sort of the changeover that we've needed. You know, getting all these deals done in weeks is phenomenal. But how is this going to get us a trophy? No matter how soon or how
we'll see on that. We'll see on that.
You know, and he has to show something differently because he has a different players with a different set of mentality now. You know, I was going to argue with somebody on the chat the other day trying to tell me Eze wasn't like really involved in winning the 2 trophies that Crystal Palace just won. Like, motherfucker, he scored in both games. Like, what kind of fan base are we talking about here? Like, oh, Eze's good.
I'll tell you now, right? Any
Really?
fan that turns around to you and says that a striker's no good, and in 90 minutes gets no distribution whatsoever, is fucking clueless.
Yep.
Because you name me a striker that does it on his own. Because the only one I can think of is Stan Collymore, but he still had to get the fucking pass to him before he took on everybody else and bagged it in the fucking net. And he still had to get that pass. He still got to add that distribution. No striker. I mean, if that's the way they see football, just have Raya and Gyökeres on the pitch for the games.
Yeah,
you know, and they're just letting keep trying to run past everybody all the time. Strikers need fucking distribution, and when that works, you see all the best teams. Barcelona back in the day, Arsenal in the Invincibles, you know, they had like many scorers, but they had to get the fucking ball before they put it in the fucking net. You've got to actually get the ball in the right spots before you can put it in the net. That's football 101. If you don't know that, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? What are you talking about? Can't blame a striker who never gets the ball for fuck's
One thing
sake.
I can say about all this transfer talk and looking at us upwardly is that a lot of at least YouTube dickheads aren't talking about the Invincibles anymore, right?
No,
I'm
apart from me, so I'm a dickhead.
no, not you. No, I mean Arsenal. No, you're a dickhead, but you know what I mean. Like it's not something that you can stand on in an argument anymore.
No.
Right? Because I mean that's fucking 21 years ago. It's ancient history now. I think.
Yeah, but that's like me talking about stars, mate. That was a long time ago as well.
No, I mean it's like if you went on to talk about your champions, your European Cup wins. I mean, I get it, and that's fantastic, but that's not relevant to what you're trying to do now as a club.
No, I've said that many times.
Yeah,
I want
exactly.
I want it now.
We should shed the Invincible titles. It's us and Preston Northland. Big fucking deal. Like that was cool 20 years ago. Like we've moved on, but part of that moving on is getting better players in, right? Part of the moving, because when you have a shit squad, you're comparing them to the best. But when you upgrade the squad, you're like, okay, I can see similarities. There are similarities with Eze, and you can maybe throw in Titi Henry, early Titi Henry, right? Not the finished article. But Eze has potential to be great at Arsenal. Gyökeres has potential to be great at Arsenal, right? And I think sometimes that gets lost on us because we're so worried about Arteta or not having trophies or not winning fucking against somebody or other. But at the end of the day, I think now we can kind of almost shed that Invincibles title because it doesn't matter. And we have a squad now that can actually compete. When before that was only our really thing to back up on in YouTube world, right?
Yeah.
I love the Invincibles as much as the next guy, but it's a different era of time now. And we got a squad that can be successful, not invincible, but I mean, fuck. If they stay healthy and won Carl, what if we went fucking undefeated this season? Like literally. Like maybe a few draws, the Invincibles had draws, but what if it really fucking happens?
What do we? Is that with a league win or just undefeated with no trophy though?
I'm seeing undefeated and lose the league by 1 point.
You can be.
It's always possible.
You can be undefeated and have 38 points, man. You know what I mean? Like, so.
But what if we really do it this season? I don't necessarily back him because then I sort of still feel like it's a one-off.
Really
right?
Delusional now.
Yeah, can he do it again and again and again? No, he can't. He can't.
No, but Dal, you're bringing up the initial point you made about people bringing up the Invincibles when it wasn't warranted when we've been 20 plus years without a league title. That's a good point. After that though, I mean about us doing it, we have a squad now to do this. I disagree. Like we don't know, do we have a squad to do anything yet? We have two genuine upgrades. No, but it's not even early. It's just that even just to say on paper, we have two upgrades that are on paper guaranteed. The rest we don't know yet. We don't know yet. Like Zubamendi, on paper, I do not think he's he's an upgrade on Partey. First of all, Eze, yes, 100%. No, certainly not. No, but Eze for sure upgrade as an option. From ideally, I hope he plays instead of Martin Odegaard. We know that won't happen. Madueke is another body. That's another Chelsea. Yet again, another Chelsea fucking sign that we were laundering 50 million towards them again for the 100th time it seems. Gyökeres definite upgrade. Norgard is a like for Jorginho. Mosquera, I don't have a fucking clue who he is. I'm sure there'll be people telling me that they know everything about him. They know his first pet goldfish's name and everything else. I don't know. Apparently he's good, but then again, who fucking knows?
Well, Lee watches La Liga, Gunnar watches La Liga and says he's okay.
Okay. Well, that's okay is not good enough, right? For what we need now. So that's on paper. My argument, I think, is accurate. We have two guaranteed upgrades on paper, right? Would you agree?
Yeah, I would. I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that.
Just two. Yeah. So no, but no. Do you think anyone else is an upgrade then on the squad outside of Gyökeres and Eze?
Zubamendi possibly, but you don't know yet.
Zubamendi is not an upgrade on Partey because we haven't seen enough, which is fair enough.
No.
But we know there's some European pedigree back there, though, right? Winning with the Euro.
No, for sure. That's not what. For sure, that's not what I'm asking. Upgrade, yeah.
I'm trying to make it sound sweeter than it is, mate.
As an upgrade on
Zubamendi, but right, engaging him against the 5 fucking promoted leads is not fair. Really, right? It's really not fair. Yeah, everybody would love to.
Yeah, but it's all you can do at the minute. That's all you can do at the minute.
No, but
as far as
he's
you
an
say.
upgrade on Moreno. I would say he's an upgrade on Lukonga, right? But not
You were
Party.
shocking against Man United.
Well, hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. We're talking about first.
Everybody
We're
was.
talking about.
And I need to
talking
cover
about
this chat, guys, because it's getting a lot
go ahead.
coming up.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael says 99.9% per Arsenal fans have never seen a league title or the UCL, given they are under 6 years of age. I mean,
well, that's a bit of an exaggeration, Mike.
Norman, did you fall over and get a concussion? You sound dizzy. And you know who you are. You know who you're screwed with that. OF's Lee Ray is Arsenal's biggest fan. Ozil and Walcott, club legends. Jesus Christ, they have no idea at all. Never heard of Tony Adams then, yeah? No, I thought not. And Lol says, Lone Star, stop smoking the smack girl. It's messing with your small brain cell, which was limited anyway on Michael on Lone Star. About the service, I knew he was going to go in as soon as he said that before. Without the service, you won't score many goals, and that's because Lehman bought the rights to the Invincibles DVS. Bring up the panel and the chat, and what's the latest on Nuno? I've read much. Well, he's done a press conference. He said everything's fine. I've seen the press conference from Marinakis. He said everything's fine, but they have got to have a chat sort of after the West Ham game. I don't think it's anything massive, and why everyone all the reporters keep asking about it all the time. You know, that's the same question, but in different ways. I was like, can we talk about the West Ham fucking game?
Okay,
Carl and Dow, pardon?
No, sorry, no, I thought you were done with comments. Go ahead.
Carl and Dow break the mold in their fan base. Common sense is still, even though it's odd to find now. Yeah, and Jezza as well, and Lee Gunner and all that lot. They all talk it real. Well, sometimes nice guys though. And big up Andrew Kelly, all right, mate. And big up David Sullivan. West Ham are my club. Yeah, no, we've noticed.
Welcome.
And the one you are running into the ground, damn right, cowboy. And party in bracelets, he's a wrong'un, absolutely. And he's coming back. Is it? Did you get? No, you didn't get Villarreal, did you? I'm thinking of another team. Signed Sterling, Sanchez, Dizazi, and Badiashile. You better have your money, fella, for these players. 250 million for all four of them, mate. Yeah, right. So that's covered the chat. And that little bitch Sterling ain't worth a toss. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. He's West Ham.
I gotta run though, Yeti. Carl, I gotta grab my lunch. And
fucking hell. All right, dog. Nice time, you, mate.
Hopefully, catch you guys. I'll be on TJ at 2:00 today talking Arsenal stuff.
Yeah. No worries.
Good stuff.
Always a pleasure, mate. Always a pleasure.
Thanks for the invite, Carl. Good seeing you, brother.
Always good to have you on the real illusion. The real illusion.
Fair enough. Hey, I'm Arteta out, but I just think that hopefully we get something this season. But oh well,
I get
it is what it is.
We love you either way, mate.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys. Much love. Peace.
Yeah.
Love, mate.
Legend. See you later, bro. Yeah. So I mean, the Invincibles thing was a bit odd. I mean, the defense is good. I think you got a cracking goalkeeper again, but the defense is decent at times. But it's not any invincible state, in my opinion. The team's not anywhere near that. But you have got a good side, but I think that's the side for the next manager. I do personally.
I just wanted to round off the point I was making because it kind of went a bit haywire. My point was to say things that we are essentially guaranteed either cup wins or league wins, this, that, and the other. This is the year based on a massive squad. I disagree because we've made only two, in my opinion, on paper guaranteed upgrades. On paper only. We don't even know if that's true yet, right? There's two.
Yeah.
That's all. So if 2 upgrades on last season is enough to then start talking about quadruples, fucking invincibles, and guaranteed leagues, I don't think that's enough. Just I know I know he means well. I know he still has he still has hope and wonder in him, which I envy that, mate. Because I wish I had that still in me. I'm just a miserable old bastard right now. Even though
the thing is, what he's saying is what should be. What he's saying is actually what should be happening with the team that you've got now. But 100. With this manager, I don't see it, and that was my point before.
It's not with this manager for sure, no. But even the squad on paper for sure, no either. In my opinion, I just don't have enough faith. Like for example, and this is the last we'll talk about Arsenal because this stream has been very Arsenal heavy. And apologies to the viewer to the chat because I know you're not all Arsenal fans in there. Thank God. That's why I get along with you so well. But we signed the best striker on paper in Europe that was available, and we don't have a single person that can supply him a pass. It's not that, I don't think it's simply down to just tactics, which it is as well. I don't like Martin Odegaard does not do cutting through passes.
No. But that's
Zubimendi apparently can.
Is that because he's being told to not take any chances in
possibly,
tactics?
Possibly, and I hope he can, as a captain, should turn around and just do what's right for the team in order to score more goals.
Yeah.
But that remains to be seen. I don't have any faith in Martin Odegaard. I do not think he is the player that people do. I think Martin Odegaard's hype is built off of the fact that he was in Real Madrid squad when he was 15 or very young or something like that. And he was a wonder kid on FIFA career mode that has carried his fucking career. Genuine, honestly, I'm not even being funny. I genuinely think that is the reason he's relevant. I really do.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I won't be surprised. Yeah.
But anyway, fuck Arsenal. We're done talking about it now. They'll depress me on Sunday anyway. So, how are you, mate? How's things with you?
I'm all right, mate. I'm absolutely sound. I mean, I think we've absolutely smashed it with the football kits this season. We're the best football. I don't know if you've seen them all, but I ain't got them now.
I have no interest. I have no interest in kits usually myself, but when I see them, I can't.
Mate, they are absolutely amazing. We got the red with the white spots, with the white lines down it, which looks amazing with a Forest badge shield, and then you've got the white one with the blue on it, and then there's a design on it. I can't really tell what it is from pictures. I'd have to sort of see it for myself. And then you've got that one they bought out the other day, which I sent you a picture of on Instagram, which is like orange and then black and then blue. It's fucking, honestly, it's beautiful, bro. Honestly, it's fucking beautiful. Yeah, let me try and find
What's the prices of the kits for you? Have they stayed kind of semi-reasonable, or have they gone mad like the rest of the Premier League clubs?
I don't actually. I think they're around 60, 70 quid or something like that. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'll be honest, mate. You know me, I'm sort of like, I'm not paying that kind of money, but these 3 shirts are just absolute class. And if any was to tempt me to spend that kind of money, I would absolutely do it. I mean, here's the first one. Let me just sort this out. Can I get us at the side? How do I get us at the side? Have I done it? No, I ain't done it, have I? No. Well, I don't know. We can see it. We are invited on this screen, so we have to bit. That's the home kit, which I love, absolutely love it. It's a bit of a flashback.
Very old school.
To the past.
Very old school.
Yeah, so it's brilliant. That's the away kit, which I think is absolutely beautiful. Not the best picture, to be fair, but this one came out today, and this is just beautiful, mate. That is just fucking amazing. That is.
My favorite's the home kit. My favorite's the home kit. Me personally.
Oh, I don't know. I quite like the away kit, and I like them all actually. There's not one that I don't like, so I would be really tempted to sort of buy them all. Hold up, I'll kick you out.
I can.
He's going on here, bro.
The whole chat is just like, fuck, that Irish prick is gone.
One day, like, mate. Honestly, you know, when I start a stream, one day it won't start with me going, how the fucking hell do I turn this off? What's going on here?
Is that when your music goes again? Like it's about to start again, isn't it? When that happens, that happens.
Well, normally it's all right. I mean, I don't know. I think it's all right now, as far as I know. Everything's okay now, but on paper, I have a squad. In reality, 7 are injured and need surgery so far. To say it's a delicate squad, that's a good point as well. With a manager that ruins players, that's the only problem I have, really. And fuck, I want that third Forest kit in it. Beautiful, mate. It's fucking awesome. Odegaard is pure trash. Never got the hype, and like your wallpaper, girl. Cheers, mate. Thank you for that. If you mean me, I don't know. It's not my wallpaper, but Fair play. But yeah, so I mean, we had the press conference today, and all they kept asking him was, "How's your relationship with the manager?"
Yeah.
But he'd answer it, and he'd say, "Yeah, it's all right. We're going to have a conversation after the game." Oh, the next one comes along. Oh, you looked a bit like emotional after the game against Crystal Palace. Was that to do with you not wanting to be here and all this, that, and the other? No, I'm always emotional when we play the game because we're all part of a team and all that kind of stuff. And then another one came in, and I was in the chat and I was like, for fuck's sake, can you just ask him about the preparation for West Ham and what we're doing and all that kind of stuff instead of just it's same with Eddie Howe. I feel sorry for Eddie Howe. How many times can Eddie Howe turn around and say that his acting's got nothing to do with me?
Just say he's going.
Yeah, but they'd still keep asking him if he said that.
I know, but mate, that's
frustrating.
That's modern media for nowadays, mate. That's what it is.
Yeah, but if you say that you've got nothing to do with it, then that's it, isn't it?
But then you should body him for asking again. If you said you've nothing to do with it and someone else asks it again, go, did I not answer you before, you stupid prick?
That's a problem, yeah.
No, but seriously, why don't we speak to people like that when there's cameras on, aside from small
can't do that.
Why not, though?
Why not?
Why not? Why not?
He'll get fucking people dancing on TikTok and fucking cancelling with fucking rainbow hairstyles.
I tell you what. If I was a manager, I would open up dialogue like that, right? And I guarantee you the rage that other managers would see them not being able to do it for the past 4 or 5 years, how long they've been in the job. If they all rallied and done the same thing, then that's it. That's the way Premier League managers fucking speak from now on. And whenever a dickhead journalist opens his mouth and asks a stupid question, a genuine stupid question that's already been addressed, and you can call him a stupid little prick, everyone would love it. Everyone would love it. But no,
everybody lay it down when Mourinho was here. And Mourinho used to say what he thought, and Warnock used to say what he thought, and then they brought in this thing where, your club gets fined and stuff like that. Now, as I've said before, and it's same with the decisions that you don't agree with, and all this, that, and the other. If teams stuck together, you could get these things changed. If all the managers had turned around and kept saying things about players, and you kept doing this and you kept doing that, and say, well, if that's the case, then I'm not doing an interview at all. Yep. I'm not doing an interview. You can forget your interview. It's not happening. And every team needed to do that. And every team does that. And then they want those interviews. So they're going to retract it back. I mean, what is wrong with people nowadays where they can't hear a little bit of adversity? You know what I mean? It's just, honestly, it's absolutely ridiculous.
And the worst thing is, it isn't even real adversity because it's just something that the program to think is something that is offensive. They react accordingly in case someone else might be offended. So look at me being a white knight and a virtuous person, and I care more about everyone because God forbid that guy called that guy a dickhead. And look, it's rife in all elements of society, and we've become more sanitized in every aspect. And I was going on a massive rant about food earlier in the comments and all that. Food is sanitized and destroyed. Thinking is sanitized and destroyed. Expression is sanitized and destroyed, and God forbid you having a view on how you want your little fucking community run is sanitized and destroyed for someone else's gain, by the way. And they have us engineered that way.
They are silently poisoning us with the food and all that kind of stuff.
They've done it for the last 100 years.
Of course they have. It's not something new. They've been doing it for years. Lone Star will wet herself on that Arteta poster later.
Are they too good? Is that just the way they interact with each other, then, Michael and Lone Star?
That's just Michael. If you ever go at Michael, he's going to come at you, same as me. But, big up to Michael on that one. And Michael gives it to everybody, but a lot of the time, back a lot as well, which is the way it should be. This is the thing I've been saying today, right? Yep. The problem with the country, the problem with the world right now is we've got rid of FAFO. Fuck around, find out. People do things. Yes, you can do things. You can say whatever you like, but then you might get a punch in the face, it used to be.
Like I don't mind. Like for example, when people like if someone is in the chat saying stuff I don't agree with, and I clap back and say whatever I say, provided it's not like genuinely badly insulting or unnecessary, and they take it well, grand, that's the way it should be. But like the other day, do you remember there was a lad came in the chat there, right, after when we beat, I believe it was Fulham 5-0 or something like that, and someone came into the chat and was saying like you're a bunch of pathetic Arsenal fans and this, that, and the other. And I said, hey, shut the fuck up, have some fucking respect how you talk about Arsenal fans, mate, you know that. And then man threw his fucking toys out the pram, was like, oh, you're rattled, are you? All I said was this. Becoming victim for someone saying that, hey, have some respect. That's all I said. Essentially. And then that is a small sample size of what is happening all around the world in modern thinking and how weak-minded we are, and it's embarrassing.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's certain things. I mean, look, if you look at Facebook every single day, right, and this is all by design, by the way. If you look at Facebook every single day, there's always something on there which will divide the people that's talking in the chat. Regardless what it is, I don't know, someone's had the tit reduced or whatever. There'll always be someone, oh, well, she had fat tits anyway. And then there'll be someone go, oh, do you know how much that can hurt her and how much she can go into like a mental health state and all this, that, and the other? We're all everybody thinks everybody's so soft nowadays that they can't handle these things. And people play on that as well. So when you do say something to somebody, they do play oh, well, I got hurt by this person saying this in the chat, and it's really affected my life, and I've been on fucking amitriptyline or whatever you call it, fucking ever since, and all that kind of stuff. And people actually play on it, and it's real sad, and it's something to do with like social media. But people just play on these things, and then you're always going to get. This is what I never understand, right? You know, when someone says something to you and it's annoying and it pisses you off, just let it go. Don't react. Because as soon as you react, they know what makes you react. It's not rocket science, is it? Do you know what I mean?
No, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
That to me is just common sense. If you show somebody the way they can fucking hurt you, then more people will come in and try and hurt you that way. That's that clowny girl to a T, calls people out, can't handle the heat and starts crying. I want to hug his face with my fists. Yeah, man. I mean, look, I won't, a gal, as far as I'm concerned, the big lot have put him where he is, nothing else. Because he just says wind up comments and they all go for it. They're like fucking, like I said earlier, little termites. They find a little piece of wood that's nice to gnaw on, and they just keep going and going and going. So
I've said it from day one in every Real to Arsenal channel I was in that harbored him. I said it. So why are you bringing him on for the same reasons that I echo here, saying it's actually doing more harm than good? It's not about debates. There's no need for debates. There's 90% of There's 90% of content creators of the Arsenal affiliation that are just peddling anything that this club do, back it blindly. We are the rebels. We need to stick to our own and actually voice a message. I'm all for communication 90% of the time, but in this case, we have to keep it real, because now what you're doing by bringing on someone like that. By the way, he's not a virtuous person, and this is the last I'll utter his name. I don't even like mentioning his name, like back in the day when AFTV turned to that they are the monstrosity that they are now.
No, I don't like the fact somebody will see it and go, "Oh, he's talking about you," and all that kind of
exactly. Stuff. I used to, you see me all the time when I was more active moderating other channels. I said, "Why mention these people? You're literally giving them publicity right now for something that you're claiming to not like. Stop mentioning the name. The minute you stop speaking about them, they will die. You know, Comanche punishment. Just make them feel like they do not exist anymore. They had it back in the day, and so for me, I just don't like to even utter the name. But as I said it from day one. You're just giving them a platform. He's not even in it for a virtuous reason. He latched onto the club 4 or 5 years ago. Whenever we were all knocked down, people were bored and they didn't have all their sports were shut down. Our sport was the first to come back that they were aware of, and therefore they latched onto a popular team. And it was most likely the first team on FIFA that they downloaded out of boredom And alphabetical order in the Premier League, which is the most popular league in alphabetical order at the time, probably was Arsenal. That's the team to latch on for. Simple as. And here we are. Fast forward 5-6 years later.
Bro, I've said it before. Love, whether loved or hated on YouTube, is money.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? If somebody hates somebody that much, then they will have them on their channel because they know people will come in to hate them. There'll be people coming to love them. There'll be people coming in to hate them. So it builds views and all that kind of stuff. That's why they do it. Big up, Luke James. You're all right, matey. Hope you're well,
Hey,
pal.
Luke, man. How are you?
And loads of guys so rattled by me every time. And Pepsi comes in with Cat of Ice 3, Radom, 73 minutes long. Fucking hell, bro.
I love how he's keeping the trend.
You use something to spell that, bro, because that is fucking insane, that name there. Lone Star is a top gooner. Big up Mob Boss, how you doing, pal? And Northern, turn yourself in. The nurse has been alerted. You escaped again. And Lone Star said, silly girl. Oh, fucking hell.
Fucking hell, that's funny.
But
That's
anyway,
really funny.
on to something else. You went to see Weapons yesterday.
Oh,
I was right, wasn't I? I was right.
But no, yeah. Oh, bro, like I even when I saw like
What a movie.
I'm really happy. Let me just. It's important for me, right, to describe how I was going into it. I always have rants about how everything is spoiled inadvertently nowadays. From just trailers, when you're on social media, things just leak, and even trailers say too much about whatever you're about to watch or play if you're a gamer, right? Even by standard, let alone content creators who spoil fucking everything. Not you. You do it right.
No.
But I made it my mission when I seen a bit of a heads up on it. I think it was on an Instagram read or something. I was like, holy shit! Just from a snapshot, I was like, oh shit, that looks good. And I turned it off and I said blind. And then you said it was really good too. Now, fast forward to me going to the cinema yesterday, right? Brought wife with me, and we were going. Oh, I think it's this is what I genuinely believe. I was like, I think it's like a mystery thriller, right? And I'll try not to be spoiler. I think it's a mystery thriller. The minute I sat down, it was a bit of a slow start, and then all of a sudden I was going, "What the fuck is going on, dude?" I was like, "What in fuck's name is happening?"
Awesome.
That's all I say because I don't want to spoil, lads. If you haven't seen it yet, go see it. If you're a fan of anything that's a bit eerie, and it's a fucking quality film. But my goodness, what a film! Man.
It is. It's my favorite film of this year, and
me too.
Without doing any spoilers, which I don't do spoilers,
hard.
but we'll probably talk about it. So I'll chat to you about it when the stream's done or whatever, because there is like.
I might hop on with you tomorrow because I might be able to be on too late tonight, but. Tomorrow I'll chat to you.
There's certain things that like somebody who I know, a mate of mine, said and like pulled it to pieces, and I'm just like, for fuck's sake. I wouldn't mind if every film that comes out it was absolutely amazing, but some of the things that's been pulled out is just ridiculous. But I'll tell you that later on. But cannot stand class clowns like that, Cole fella. It's all for attention and the money, mate. That's what it is. 100%. And like I say, the people that actually like have them on, I've sort of got to a point now where I just want to be in the cave. Same as I've decided that watch-alongs will just be me from now on, whether it's against Arsenal, whether it's against West Ham, whether it's against Newcastle. I'm not bothered. I'm gonna do like if they want to come on afterwards and do like a chat about it afterwards, then all good.
Yeah.
But I like doing the watch-alongs on my own. I like doing the commentary and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to continue to do that. At Lone Star, the men in white coats are coming to take you back to the rehabilitation centre, you dumb girl.
Jeez. It's hilarious.
Letty nil at AC Milan 1. Nice.
And a more relevant league at least.
Yeah.
Pepsi, man. Yeah, what are you saying
anyway? I mean, well, we've had our Europa draw as well. Signed him up. Well, I don't know if we've signed him yet. I haven't actually seen him at Forest yet. But Nicholas, what was his fucking name? Forgot his fucking name now. Nicolas on the left back. I can't remember his name. He was at Inter Milan, signing
Okay.
for like 13 million or something like that. Well, like I say, we haven't yet. I mean, this was a here we go.
Yeah.
So I don't know
Yeah,
whether it's
yeah.
actually happened yet
Yeah.
or not. But yeah, well, here he is. Nicola Savona.
Yeah, don't know, mate.
And that means nothing to me whatsoever. And there's another player we're looking at, which means nothing to me whatsoever. They've got Nottingham Forest and Chelsea are interested in Braga's 19-year-old winger Roger Fernandez, 40 million release clause. Where's that, guys? There's one guy. Oh, here he is.
Gertruda, is it?
Yeah, look, Chiral Gertruda.
Gertruda, yeah. I've heard of him from FIFA, basically, mate, on career mode. I think he has very high potential. So your fans are going to go mad, mate. He's an ex-Odegaard. Yeah, he's a massive high potential. So he has a career. He is a career safe for the next 12 years at least.
I don't. To be quite honest, I don't mind it because I like the way we're building,
sure he's
and
good.
I like players that we're bringing in. We're not bringing in any big names or anything like that. We're bringing in players that we can work with. Douglas Luiz is a great signing as well. You know, I've always liked Douglas Luiz when he played for Aston Villa, and he hadn't had a good time at Milan, so he's got something to sort of pull himself back into it. So he's going to be decent. A bit disappointed that Sangori might be going because I think he's done really well since we've actually started back up with the friendlies and the games that we've had. So that's a bit disappointing, but. Yeah, it's not my choice, but it is what it is. 2030 is on their way yet. The rapture will rip open when we all see who's left in the end. That is very true, mate. The rapture when they release the demons from the Euphrates River. And Salford and Cheltenham won. Offside, Lette nil. AC Milan nil. Okay, well, I'm glad you kept up with the updates as well to let us know that it was VAR, and thank goodness. But yeah, so you know, I think we're doing good things at the minute. Got some really good sort of kits there. The Europa, the bit I didn't get with the reporter just shows they don't know what they're talking about because they asked Nuno, "Oh, we've seen the Europa draw. We notice you've got a really big one in there, Porto." And it's like, yes, Nuno was involved with Porto, but I think the really big one for Forest is Malmo, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows that the big one is Malmo.
Of course.
So, but they didn't even know that. So
didn't you face them in the final twice or something like that? Or am I mistaken?
Yeah, well, we won it, didn't we? Trevor Francis goal.
I know you won
right at the end. But
you faced them twice and faced them afterwards. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So there you go.
So that's always going to be like
that's
big
that's it, yeah. That's it, yeah. That's why, like, you know, like half of these men in these positions shouldn't be in the position that they are. And that's why to anyone listening, if you're sitting there with a good head on your shoulders and you're feeling a bit down on yourselves, and just like, do you know what you all do? Throw your hand in a job interview that you wouldn't think you'd even get. Because I guarantee you, if you have good work ethic, you're as qualified to get into any fucking job, basically, aside from fucking surgery and things like that. When you see the clowns that are in there interviewing fucking managers, they don't even know the club's history. They don't even know the club's. I knew that about Malmo to a degree, not as nearly as you, obviously. Yeah. I knew that a man who's being paid to hold a microphone and ask questions to fucking to the Forest, was it Marinakis or Nuno was going to interview that one?
Yeah, it was Nuno.
Nuno on this one, yeah. So Nuno on this one, they're being paid good money to be in that position, and they don't even fucking know. It's insane, mate. It's insane. That's where we are. You know,
DJ Crane says I'm hiring 100%, and Lone Star says Forest v Hammers prediction. I don't really do predictions, but we should. We're at home, so we should be beating West Ham. They're not looking very good at the minute, to be quite honest with you. Their defense is absolutely shocking. You want my tactical idea for the game is to get eyeballs into the box and get them on Chris Wood's head. And we should be all right because they don't seem to be able to do that. And towards the end of the game, they tend to just give up. So, You know, we should be beating Hammers, but we all know the way football goes. I mean, it's at home. To me, there's no excuse. We've got to beat West Ham, regardless what I think about West Ham or anything like that. I don't have no issue with them, but we should be beating them at home. Should be beating anybody at home. To be fair,
I'd go 2-0 for you on that one if I had to put my hand on it.
I think I do believe that we're going to win it. I do believe that we're going to win it. I mean, and I would probably go a little bit more than that. I'll probably go with 3-1. I think I'll go 3-1 on that one.
Okay, yeah, not bad. Be a good result.
I think Jesus is going to get his goal. I think Endoy is probably going to get another one as well. I mean, I said I don't do predictions. Now I'm mentioning fucking players.
We have to break the rules every now and then, mate.
Anderson, Mr. Anderson, just got his England call up, which he absolutely deserves. I saw that in the chat. I didn't read it out. Sorry, mate. But yeah, Anderson's got his England call up to the full team as well. So he's an absolute quality player, he is.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, I'll be back in a sec, mate. I just need a pee. Look after him in the chat, guys.
Oh, don't worry, bro. Thank you as always, though. Yeah, I'm currently watching Cork City Waterford, by the way. Very scintillating League of Ireland. It is currently 2-0 Cork. I put that in the chat for a bit of a laugh. But I'm not going to comment on the game because it's a bit dull. What's your guys' plan for the weekend if you have any, lads? Let me just read. Pepsi says Ruben Loftus-Cheek goal scorer. Okay, nice. Yeah, I remember him back at Chelsea back in the day. Lone Star says that bloody guys. Are any looking at the chat on your phone? That there's a heart emoji that's always at the right hand side. That's blocking the bottom half of the chat. It's really fucking annoying. Any tips how to get rid of it? Let me know. Lone Star says I'm cautiously excited about Igor Jesus. Smashed the post within 2 minutes last week. Yeah, he looked lively for sure, mate. He really did. Oh, it's Labor Day here. Oh yeah, happy Labor Day. Yeah, no, it's all quiet over here in Ireland, I must say. It's quite quiet, which is nice. Nice for a change. Derry City, Patrick's won. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, we've only one game showing right now, Pepsi. So yeah, we have to settle for the southeast counties teams. But yeah, that's basically it. I've had a long week myself, so I'm pretty burnt out. Forgive me for not being too animated. Then again, I'm not a fucking streamer. I don't even have my own channel, so hey, who cares, right? But actually, Lone Star, prediction for Arsenal Liverpool. If you had to put a bet on it, what would you say the score would be? Because I haven't a clue, mate, personally. He's back. I'm asking for a Lone Star prediction on Arsenal Liverpool.
That's going to be interesting.
We're talking about League of Ireland games. I put the score into the chat. I'm literally watching a League of Ireland game on my TV here. It's probably the equivalent to the lowest league in England, I'd say, even less. So. Yeah.
Langstar says 2-1.
Okay.
I think it's going to be an interesting game, to be honest. I think you've got the better defense, to be fair. But with it being at Anfield, obviously they've got to sort of get forward and try and do something. So you could take advantage of that space that they're going to leave in that respect. If Eze plays, then there could be some. I don't know. It's a tough one to call, but I think it's going to be a really good game. I think so too. It's going to be a good one.
I think 2-1 either way is a fair enough prediction. In fairness, you know, it's well possible. Like it's well possible.
Absolutely. Of course, really excited about Igor Jesus smashed the post within 2 minutes last week. Mate, he's so good at that. He's so good at holding a defender off and still getting an absolute cracking shot off. He's unlucky there, to be quite honest. We should have won that, to be fair, in the second half. First half, we could have got fucking mullered. We weren't anywhere in the first half, but in the second half, I think we gradually took over it. Yes, Palace ran out of legs a little bit, and they've got to sort that out, I suppose. Derry City 1, St Patrick's 1. And big up to Daniel Knights. How you doing, matey? Just chilling and streaming, Carl fella. And what on earth is Labour Day? Labour can fuck off, and the wrong and Keir Starmer, what a prick. Absolutely, mate. Yeah, absolutely.
Jesus.
I could not
Oh,
say
God.
that any better myself, mate. I mean, have you seen that they've overturned the taking the
Well-
migrants out of Epping Hotel? And it's
Yeah, I
been-
did.
The council said no, it's not. We're not.
But-
We're getting rid of them, and
But
now
can I
they've
ask a question?
overturned the fucker.
Is Labor Day not a holiday in America? Or am I absolutely off my head here?
Labor Day is an holiday in America. I don't think it's.
Oh, okay,
anything
yeah,
to
yeah,
do-
yeah.
It's
I got
not
conf-
anything to
I
do
got
with that.
confused. I got confused there just to be safe. Yeah, thank God. That's
I
what
believe
is.
it is. I'm not 100%
Yeah,
sure, but
yeah,
I think it is.
No, but
Derry-
I did see that news, by the way. I did see that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Derry City 1, St Patrick's 2, and Michael says Chelsea 5, Fulham 0. It's an interesting one because Fulham ain't a bad side, to be fair. I think Chelsea look a bit better at the minute, though. Not just a bit better. They look a lot
Hey, yeah, these top Chelsea fans, man, they're insufferable, aren't
more.
they? Joking, Michael. Don't come at me.
Yeah, I mean, I've always said, like, I don't mind. There's a lot of teams I don't mind. There's just sort of individuals in the teams or individual managers that I can't stand, But most of them I'm not too bothered about. Do you not like Keir Starmer? Yeah, he is a big Arsenal fan. Yeah, well, that says everything then, don't it?
Is he actually?
Yeah, apparently he is. He is a big Arsenal fan.
I thought it'd be more of a
Red Boys 0 for Fulham 5.
I thought Keir Starmer would be more of a Spartak Moscow fan from my previous thinking, but maybe I might be mistaken.
Well, yeah, I mean, he has got
real ones will know what real ones will know what we're saying. Eh?
Yeah, he has got. Well, I would have thought he was probably a Young Boys fan, actually, to be honest.
Yep, that too, mate. I'm sure they
I'd
are.
have thought that would have been his club, to be fair. But Forest 8, West Ham 0, and Robbie Lyle interviewed him the day after he won the election. Yeah, that don't shock me either.
Well, do you know what? It makes sense that Keir Starmer is a fan of a club that is currently infiltrated with brainwashed masses.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm not surprised, my boss. Big up to you, by the way. I'm not surprised Robbie Lyle was the one to interview him too.
Liverpool 3, Woman Beaters FC 0.
Jesus Christ. I can see why he's on kick.
He's on about 40, isn't he? Yeah, he's on about 40.
I can see why he's on fucking kick now. Go on, Michael. Never let them take your free speech, mate. Even if it's at the expense of my club, mate. Never let them take it. Never let them fucking take it.
Absolutely not. Never let anybody take away your free speech. And shame on Villarreal for giving that wrong in a football contract. Well, the fans didn't want it, and every time he touches the ball, they're booing all the time. So, I don't know whether that's his ball or the actual ball on the pitch, but and
it's very it's wonderfully beautiful, isn't it? There, how all this came to light, really solidly, should I say? Jeez, I can't even fucking speak English right now. About the partay cases, and then it was just so incidental that we just didn't renew his contract, and we were always giving him a pass to travel away to Europe. But no, our classy club and its classy fan base never called that out though. But if that happened to another club, you just imagine the uproar from our fans.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, before they kept saying, "Oh well, it's allegedly." Ever since it's been confirmed, none of them say anything anymore. Funny that, eh?
Very funny. It's almost like that means
they knew.
That means you have to be accountable. That doesn't exist anymore, mate.
We don't do that anymore, bro.
No, we don't. No, we do not, mate. We do not at all.
You're asking for a lifetime that's gone and done and dusted. You got more chance of
Yep.
seeing a dinosaur than fucking accountability.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. I mean, and then for him to go and like get into another team and all that, I just think it's ridiculous. To be honest, I wouldn't have him in my team. Thank God Donald Trump is president again. He's bringing back some of the good values. Absolutely, absolutely.
Some.
Some, I mean, look, he's doing. He's. I mean, we don't really know what he's fucking doing. Let's face it. I
Yeah.
mean, he keeps signing like executive orders and all that kind of stuff, and it's like, oh, you know, I'm bringing this back, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing that, but that's just an executive order. It has to go through the Congress, I believe. You know, so it's not like he signs it, yes, but it's not 100% going to happen. And
You see, this
beyond,
is
it doesn't matter because there's an alien ship coming that's like it's going to be here by Christmas, and I hope to God it is.
But-
and you know, then we're all going to get fucking anal probed anyway. So who cares?
but let's say the alien ship never comes, and but this is my
Stormy will
biggest.
enjoy that.
Oh, he'd love that. He's welcome. He's the one who brought him here. This is my gripe about just people who view politics in general. It's just it always has to be like one side is right, one side is wrong. Like I think at the time when the elections were on in the States, I think a lot of people were clamoring for a different view for sure, based on the fact that everything was being scrutinized, everything was being shut down in terms of what you were saying, etc., 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 and that's what part of it that was promised, and in fairness to some degree that was delivered. But there's a lot of other things, these men are serial liars playing us for what we are.
100%.
All these men are best friends behind the scenes, answering to something a bit very higher, and just at least one thing, you can be happy about certain things, and rightly so for what suits you, but just don't ever put them on a pedestal that they are actually.
No, I don't.
Not you yet. Not you yet. I'm saying to everyone. Don't ever put them on a pedestal as if they're doing something for anybody else but themselves, because they're answering to something else, and there's evidence of that everywhere. And I won't go down that rabbit hole because
I've said many times I'm a centrist.
I know you did.
I agree with certain sides, and I agree with certain things on certain sides and certain things. And the thing is, what you've got to understand is it's all about dividing us. Regardless who you back or whatever, it's all about you putting you on one side and you on another side, because it's not rocket science. If you don't stick together, if you stick together, they hate that, and you only got to look at social media. Like I said before, on Facebook, every single day, there's something put on there that's going to divide people in the chat. Yeah. And it's the same thing in life. They're always dividing people on one thing or another. Vegan, eat meat, fucking gay, straight, black, white. They're always divided us in every sense of the way. And until we actually realize that and see who the real enemy is, we're still going to just keep sitting there pumping money into things and nothing's going to happen. Until we realize that, we're fucked. Shabab 1 and Khalif 4. And DAI is dying. He's bringing UFC to the White House. Yeah, DAI is definitely dying, and so it should as well. Shelbourne in the Conference League, I believe, could not make the end of tail of these draws. The old format was better. Bro, that Europa League thing drove me fucking mad at dinner. What a stupid way of doing things. I mean,
I can't even understand it anymore. I can't even understand how they do it anymore. But even the Champions League format is fucking ass compared to the way it was before. Just why change things? Just changing things so 100 bureaucrats in office jobs can have a fucking pension. That's what that is all about. Just we have to be seen doing something. Let's change things up. Shut the fuck up. It's fucking football, mate. Yeah, we're having fun. Stop changing shit. And fucking get rid of VAR while you're at it. Get rid of VAR and make refs better. Fucking hell.
Totally.
All the same thing.
Yeah, he's going after political opponents hard. Like I say, I mean, I see good things in him. I see bad things in him. I don't stick with either one. I'm more concerned about what's happening in my country, if I'm quite honest with you. But you know, what the thing is, what I see with the guy that we've got, there's no. That's okay, but this ain't okay with him at all.
Oh
He's
no,
just
you have
fucking wrong.
no, you have an absolute problem on your hands over
Mhm.
there. You have an
100%.
absolute complete.
Mm.
I won't say it, but yeah,
Yeah.
you have a. I'll just boil it down to you have a problem on your hands. That guy is the worst thing to British humans on planet Earth, right there at the helm of your government. And you know what? I am not in the UK, so I can say that. So fuck you if you're watching. You know.
I'm in the UK, and I'll still say that. So fuck you,
As
Storm.
you would.
And
As you would.
Derry
And as you
2
should.
and St Patrick's 2, and it's totally for camera call. Always, as soon as it stops rolling, everyone gets on. Have you seen how many times you've like had like a microphone still on in a situation after they've done like a conference and they're going, "Oh, I see that fat bitch in the front of the fucking thing," you know, and all that. You know, just being normal people like me or you, whatever, like that. You know, and they get caught out so many times. And the problem for me is always the fact that when they get caught out, people just go, "Oh, look what he did," and then start making memes and do fucking nothing else. It's just it's just a joke. And I'm sorry, but I'm going to say this, right? People are no better. People that talk about people in power being money hungry and all this kind, people are no better. Look at YouTube.
They're the problem.
All these people on social media,
Yeah.
they'll sell out just like that. There's a little bit of money, they'll sell out just like that. So they're no better.
We are the reason that is allowing to be existing right now in every aspect. Why your club, if your club is running in a way that you're not happy with, you're at fault.
Yeah.
In one way or another, even if you're a real one, you're still a part of the problem. If you are unhappy with your government and you feel as though like you're working your bollocks off and you're not getting enough what you feel you should be deserving, if you're not able to fucking your one income as a man who works his bollocks off is not enough to sustain a household, it's the people's fault. Because we've allowed this to happen. Every little encroachment that they make, and they do it slowly but surely. They take a little bit of something that doesn't seem like a big deal, and then they take another little thing and another little thing, and here we are. Fast forward 20, 30 years later, and we're just left there going, what in the fuck is going on? We're at fault. Ultimately, the humans and the people are at fault.
Absolutely.
It's a small little crowd of them, mate. It's a very small amount of them.
That's a different concept of it, but it is the exact same thing in the respect of what's going on.
And you said it interestingly enough before. You said you said that they hate it. They hate it when we're together.
Of course
they don't just hate it; they're terrified of us being
exactly. They are terrified of it. That's why they put out all these things and keep putting people in series. All it is to get you a reaction and go, "Oh, well, why did that person get the job and that person should have got the job?" And everybody just falls for it every single time, and they sit there arguing about it and this, that, and the other, and it's mental. I mean, that on GB News today. And this guy turned around and says, the problem is you lot in England are fucking wimps and you're not going out there and doing this, that, and the other. And I turned around and said, that is exactly what they want. They keep doing it's not coincidence that they keep doing things to rile people up because they want you to go out there, get yourself fucking arrested, and then you're not there when it's going to matter. Yeah? Yep. It's so obvious. If you want to do something about it, and I said this on GB News, but they deleted my comment. But I said this on GB News. If you want to do something about it, right, stop paying into the system, bring the country to a fucking standstill. Yeah, stop paying in. I know it's going to mean staying at home and all that kind of stuff, losing your jobs and stuff like that. But think of the country, not yourselves, like the guys did that died for the fucker. You know. Just stop paying into the system. Keep going out, putting your flags up. They take them down, put them up again. Just keep fucking doing it constantly. Yeah. And that will, if you bring the country to a standstill money wise, then they are fucked. Yep. And I'm probably fucked now as well, but I don't care, to be honest.
I'll go down with you, mate. I don't give a fuck anymore. I actually just don't care anymore.
I don't care. I've always said it the way I see it and always will. Making sure people are divided, then targeting the vulnerable is more easier to do. That's their whole plan. Exactly.
Michael gets it.
Michael is... NL. You're right, matey.
Even mate.
My boss, even mate, Canada was always the first to go, as was Scotland over here at Mika, Michael. Canada used to be bad, now it's all right. Goal, Salford won, Cheltenham won, 94 minutes. Nice. Explain the goal, mate. Explain the goal.
In copious details, please.
Do you know the crazy thing for me, Cole, is it's so fucking obvious to see, and I think there's a lot of people that can actually see it, but they haven't got a platform to be able to see. Well, they can have a platform. Well, anybody can have a platform, but they just don't say.
I know why. I know, and I feel like this, like as I said, this will be a 5-hour conversation to have in order to go all in. But in a very brief summary, I know exactly why people don't see it. It's because we do not have the time to see it. Most people, in order to keep this system going, have to have jobs. I have a full-time job. My wife, unfortunately, has to have a full-time job. We're so busy, and that's not unnatural, by the way. I wish my salary is enough to provide for both of us. And when you do that, and God forbid you have kids, if you have fucking dogs, you have animals, and you try to lead a healthy lifestyle, you have no time to think about anything. You're just there, and whatever bit of news you get drip fed for 1 hour a day. That's why the news is 1 hour and 6 p.m. in Ireland, for example, because that's a luxury to most people to even be able to get that. You're drip fed the narrative, and that's all your brain, if even it has anything left, has to absorb in, and therefore you are told what to do. And that's even what the educational system is nowadays. It is gearing you to sit down for 8 hours a day, shut the fuck up, follow orders. Oh, you need to go for a piss. Your bladder is about to burst. Well, you still need permission to go for a piss, though, right? And ask the teacher politely. And if you haven't had attitude beforehand, maybe you'll go for a piss. You go for a piss, you come back, you're let out. Not only that, you have chores to do, homework afterwards. Already from day one, age 4 years old until you're 18, you're indoctrinated. That's it. You're not able to think for yourself anymore. And then you go straight into a job. They sell you all these things. They sell you all these ads. They have flashy cars. People, they prop up artists that are talentless in any aspect, wearing all of the fucking brands that are all in coordinates with each other to fucking make you think that that's what I want.
Yeah. Well,
and here we are.
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? Why do you think they push the why did they push the white picket fence? You get a family, you get your kids, then you've got to have a job to keep your family and keep your kids. That's why they've always pushed that. They've always pushed that ideal, because that ideal will make you not notice what's actually going on in the real world, because you haven't got time to notice it, and you haven't got time to look into it. I've been saying that for fucking years. I can't remember how long it is since I've been saying that. It's all by
I understand, but it is all by design. But it's not about having a family. Having a family is literally
when you've got a family, you've got to concentrate on your work, and you've got to concentrate on everything other than what they're doing.
But back through the dawn of time, from humans' existence up until the last literally 100 years ago, one man or one woman, let's be politically correct, one person working could sustain a household. One person could sustain a household. That's changed. And me personally, I'd happily work my bollocks off 8 hours a day. But when you come home, there's kids there, happy, provided for, a wife that's happy, provided for, and just living her life.
Not when your future's fucked, though.
Well, obviously not. But I'm saying, like, that's the way it was up until 100 years ago, from the dawn of our existence, mate. Yeah. So it's not that the family narrative is what's being pushed in order to fall into the trap. If in actual fact, I think nowadays family is the one thing being put. No, family right now is actually being shut down under the current regimes of politics in Western Europe right now.
Yeah, because they always give you.
Hold on.
They always give you the shining light, and then they turn the light off. They always.
Yeah, but they're promoting people not to have actually families nowadays. In actual fact, if you talk to most people who are sub age 30, I'd say here in Ireland, which is very much a representation of the West, people are terrified to have kids, and they encourage each other not to, which is absolute so sad. Meanwhile,
the
population.
Want to bring kids into this?
Well, I agree, but we are in this state. We are in this state from a very, very sad reason. for ultimate fucking greed. That
The
we all
reason they're
just,
turning it
we
round
all
now is because they've already got the point what they wanted to get
Exactly.
in the first place.
Exactly.
That's the reason they're
Exactly.
turning it round now.
exactly.
That's what they were doing in the past.
I don't even. You see, yeah, I don't. This is where I slightly agree. I don't give 1 or 2 or 4 people, whoever's pulling all the strings, I don't give them that much credit to have that much foresight of 100 years to be able to go plan. Ultimately, whoever. Oh, I don't. I do not think there's a human being on this planet Earth that is that intelligent. I genuinely don't. I genuinely do not believe that in any sense.
Well, it must be coincidence that it works then.
It's not coincidence. I think it's adaptability. They're very adaptive to whatever shit they create for immediate gain. They're able to quickly adapt. And we are so stupid. We are so stupid and cowardice that we just go along with whatever they say. So it's a quick reaction to sway it whatever way it is for them nowadays. I don't give one person any credit, be it I won't say it because I don't want to go too in. Because it's not that I'm afraid to say it, it's that if I say it, my argument would be devalued to anyone who's listening. But to think that one family about 100 years ago was basically just dictating everything and they're a foresight of 200 years ahead, I wouldn't give a single human being on this planet Earth that level of credit of foresight. I wouldn't.
It's all but the thing is, like I say, it's all by design. It's just not one. It's not just one person.
It's by design.
It's all by design to ruin social people. It's all by design.
I agree with that. I agree to that.
Each other. Everything that happens is turning people against each other constantly.
Of course,
that ain't no coincidence. There's no coincidence.
That's not what I'm arguing. That's not what I'm arguing.
No, I know that's not what you said, but that's what I was saying.
And I agree with you wholeheartedly. That's been the modus operandi of the ruling class since BC times. Keep the people distracted, keep them against each other. We do whatever we want. By the time they're done with each other,
look at New World Order. Look at New World Order. Exactly. Yes, we all get called conspiracy theorists, and we've been called conspiracy theorists through the COVID thing. We've been called conspiracy theorists through taking the jab. Yeah, look what's happening now. We was absolutely right in what we said and what we did. And that just don't make us smart people. That just makes us people with common sense. You can
literally
see exactly what they was doing. Yeah. And it all comes down to civil war in every country. Is it massively out of order to say that it is happening in every single country, or it's bubbling up in every single country?
It's about to. Yeah. It's
about not coincidence then, is it? So everything we said was correct. And now you're having this thing with with masks on, everybody's masked up and all that kind of stuff. They're all doing that to bring in this digital ID thing. And digital ID is end game. Digital ID is end game. So you've got to wake up 100%. Now and notice exactly what the fuck's going on. Now, I'm not saying go out there and start beating everybody up.
No.
Because that just plays into their hands.
No, but just be a concerned citizen and do what's right. Vote accordingly to the best of your abilities, to whatever's available. There's probably nothing is the immediate right answer, but just do what's right. Stand up for what you believe in and just be strong. Defend.
I think even that's set up there, the voting. To be honest, I think even that's.
I know, but yeah, there comes a point of
we ain't got a choice.
We all just may as well hang ourselves. That's it. We have to believe there's something we can do, because if not, mate, what are we doing? Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I think I agree with you. I agree, but we can't sort of drop it like that. We just
all
that kind of stuff.
No, but I'm just saying if there's nothing you can do,
stay strong.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said before. I'm saying just whatever you can do as a human. Don't go crazy. Don't fucking commit any fucking bad crimes or anything like that. Just fucking vote accordingly in your local constituency, whatever is your county elective, whatever your major party elective is. That is the best example you can see that reflects what it is, even though it's all bullshit. We know that.
Well, that's what I mean. They turn their back on it as soon as they get in.
As I always say, aim small, miss small. Look after what's immediately around you, and that will have a ripple effect, hopefully. That's all you can do as a human. You can't change the world. That's why sometimes I always have sometimes people tell me stuff and they go, I have it all figured out. And it's like, okay, but what can you do as one human about that? You can't. It's almost bad on you to figure everything out, because you can't change anything unless you're in fucking a serious position of power and major wealth.
I don't know what you do.
Everything.
I don't know what you do.
I don't either. So all I can say as a human is do what you can.
I can see what's coming.
It's
But
very.
I don't know what to do.
All I can say as a human is just do what you can, which is so tiny, and it won't make an overnight change, but just try to do something. Just whether that means raise a good kid. If you have a kid, raise it to be a strong, independent thinker.
I won't raise a kid, no, to be honest.
No, I know you would. I know.
Can Canada vote for another progressive, even if after
They
the
did.
wrong Justin Trudeau?
They've
divided people. So I mean, and there's a lot of propaganda going around and all that kind of stuff, and people have forgot the fact that you can make this video up. I mean, you can make this video up that looks like this, but that one, the video that you've got, that's bullshit. That's made up.
Yeah.
But this one I've got, that's real. You know, and that's the problem. And there's also, believe it or not, whether you want to believe it or not, there's also people getting paid to get involved in these things as well. You know, which again goes back to the point where, as I say, that people in power, we look at them and think, oh, you're a piece of shit. All you're interested in is money and power and all this, that, and the other. But if you look at humans as like a proper thing, you look at YouTubers, you look at all these influencers and all this, that, and the other. If we get the chance, we're no better. We are actually no better. You know,
and that's the problem.
You've got loads of them who sign up for these Bitcoin things, and because they've got people in the chat, they turn around to them and go, "Oh, I trust in this Bitcoin, guys. Get your money over there. I'll give you a 10% discount and all this kind of stuff." You know all the time that you're scamming the shit out of everybody that's there. But the problem is, it's same as when fucking that twatting Jake Paul did it. Yeah, but then all his fans are like, "Oh, well, he just made a mistake. He made a mistake, guys. Oh, still love him. Still love him. He made a mistake." And this is the problem, what I've been saying. People don't fuck around and find out anymore. Whereas before, you'd do that for somebody and they'd be like, "I don't trust you at all. And I'll never trust you again." And we don't do that. There's people out there that just don't do that. They got this. And the worst thing is this be nice thing. Yeah. Oh, this fucking immigrant came over, murdered all my family and stuff like that. Yeah, but he had a really bad childhood. So you can kind of like understand it. He had a real bad childhood, so you can understand him coming over there and murdering your whole family and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I didn't think about that. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'll think about it like that then while I'm crying about my fucking family being dead. I mean, it's just ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's mind draw, mate. That's all it is. It's
Mr. Joshy J, cheers for that geezer. And if wages don't catch up, people are going to be screwed. Yeah, and that's another thing that you've just got onto there as well with wages. They give you an higher minimum wage, and then they raise all the prices everywhere. So your minimum wage just gets swallowed up.
Yep.
They know what they're doing. Nobody will tell me that they don't know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. I think they make mistakes every now and then, and like you say, they make mistakes every now and then, and then they adapt. I don't even go, shit, we made a mistake.
I don't. Again, I don't give a round table full of Draculas, be it 50 or 100, that much credit to have that long.
Yeah, you mean the Rothschilds? You're talking about the Rothschilds, aren't you?
Some a figure like that potentially, because that's often what's beaten around, or some elites that are in the shadow, all that. I don't give any human. There is no human with that level of 100-year plan to do this. They may have it in theory. What I will give them, though, is intelligence enough that they do adapt to situations. It's all immediate
they have made mistakes.
No, but hold on. I just finish it because it's all immediate greed, right? Which trickles down to humans. For example, you made a great point, which is a perfect example. They raise the minimum wage by whatever amount it is, but everything goes up. Why? Because every business owner, no matter what it is, even if it's a local family-run business, all the way to something like a shit company like Starbucks or McDonald's or any of those dickheads, CEOs will always demand a massive profit in their bank accounts, no matter what. The figure ratio must always be the same. So you raise minimum wage, prices of everything goes up, their salary must remain the same. So therefore, workers' wages is the same ratio. And that's the simple nature. It's just happening to what humans do. That's why I get so, and this is the last thing I'll say, and I'll shut up, I have to go soon anyway. But The last thing I'll say is what drives me nuts about humans, who are all we are all lizard brained in that respect. We can only really care truly about 50 to 100 people maximum. These people who play this thing, they're being played like a fiddle. They are the fiddle. Will act like they are the most virtuous humans on planet Earth because they attach themselves to a cause, be it whatever it may be, a charity, an activist clause about anti-climate, any war that may be fashionable.
And who created the virtue thing?
And the virtue signal thing and everything else. That is just it. And these people, you are all playing into the thing that is bullshit.
The virtue signaling was created as well. I mean, that was another thing that was created because there is certain people out there that have that kind of mindset, whereas everybody's all done to, and this, that, and the other. Pepsi says FA Cup first round qualifier, Avley 3, # United 0. And big up Joshua Tobias, welcome to the cave, mate. Another UFC fan,
Welcome, mate.
LUFC fan, sorry.
LUFC.
UFC. Big up, yeah, good luck in Europe. Seeing that you'll do well, I think. Yeah, I think we'll do all right. I think we should win that, to be honest. Even if it bubbles up, something will turn the temperature back down. Absolutely. And Scout Belfast, big up, matey Yeti. That Europa stream draw you did was hilarious. A hungry Yeti is a grumpy Yeti. Had me in stitches. We don't need your stinking badges. Oh, mate, honestly, I was going fucking mental because it was like I was trying to find who we caught. And then Forrest put this thing on Facebook and they just had the badges there. And I was just trying to read it and I was going,
okay.
I can see Malmo because it says Malmo at the bottom, Mid-Italy land. I could kind of see that. But the other ones, I was like, who the fucking hell's that? Like, you do realise that we don't all understand what every fucking badge is on the planet, don't
we? We don't understand hieroglyphics here, mate. Like, fucking help us out with it.
Mate, that is the worst that I can be when I've got up in the morning. I had nothing to eat.
Oh, really? Yeah, okay.
Fucking pissed off. You have to give it a watch after whenever. And it's not a very long stream, but I was fucking losing it, bro. Losing it.
Oh, that's mad. Yeah, I'm flying to France there Sunday night, so yeah, I thought actually it was I got confused with the dates. I thought I was going to miss the Forest game. Sure, the Forest game there's an international break as well, isn't there? Yeah. So I got double confused. So no, I won't miss actually any game. So I'm going back to France for 4 days. Looking forward to that. So
nice.
Have to start getting ready for that. So
well, when you're over there, get on the fucking beach and stop them getting on the fucking boats.
I'm at the wrong side. I'm going to the southwest, so I'm at the complete opposite end.
Well, you take a fucking bus, can't you?
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, I'm close. I'm technically. I'll save an hour in the first, motherfucker. I'm half Irish, half.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, we are UK, aren't we? So.
Oh, we are absolutely not, mate. We're absolutely not.
You save us, we'll save you. There you go.
Yeah, well, that didn't work out in the past, did it, man? So,
and we'll give you your potatoes back.
well, now that you say that, man. Hey, buddy, thanks as always for having me on, mate. Yeah, I don't take it for granted. I'll have to run there, man. Shit to do. So
I'm gonna end it anyway. So if you want to have a chat,
sure,
I
have to bounce. I might have maybe an hour in the evening tomorrow night. We can chat about weapons, but I have to run. I have shit to do, mate. Unfortunately, so we'll chat tomorrow at some stage, anyway.
Yeah. No worries, pal.
Mate, thanks. I'll see you later.
Yeah. Okay, mate. No worries, pal.
Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend, lads.
Appreciate it.
As always, lad. Thanks so much.
See you later, bro. Love. And Malmo sounds familiar. Absolutely. Mate, can you believe that guy that was doing the press conference was saying that the game against Porto was the most important and interesting? Surely, as a Forest fan, if he is a Forest fan reporter, he should have mentioned Malmo. Surely. You excited to go to Sturm Graz and Utrecht? I'm excited to go anywhere, bro, in Europe. I want to win something in Europe that I get to actually watch and see. Because I was 7 years old before, so I'm excited to do anything in Europe. So I'm really looking forward to that. Surprised seeing Nottingham City Council hanging up St George flag. Big up! They are brilliant. They always do that. They always do that. I mean, it's getting to a point now where it's just going to go crazy. It's going to go crazy, isn't it? I've just got to go for a pee, guys. I'll be back in a sec. Yeah, so mate, and taking the piss again. Absolutely, mate. As soon as it goes, it goes. I can't stop. I'm sat here, Cole's talking, and I'm like fucking wriggling away. I've got to go for a piss. Carlos eating his tea. Nah, I think he's got like a few things to sort out and stuff like that. But to me, the one thing I find really strange, right, is that we don't have something in place like like an impeachment or something like that in this country. As soon as because what he's doing is just draining this country dry. He's just destroying it, and we should have something in place where we can get rid of the guy, 100%. And we don't have it because there's too many people that have trusted in the government so much. Breaking news: Incapi to Arsenal. Here we go. Is that what's his face, Romano? Because we had an here we go earlier, but I hadn't seen anything happen so far. But he's supposed to be a really good player, isn't he? There's a big protest near me tomorrow outside a migrant hotel. Local authorities have been posting warnings all day, but anyone going to cause trouble. The thing is, the people that actually go there to protest go there on a peaceful protest because everybody's got their remit. But then, the thing that gets me right is protests nowadays, you have to tell the police that you're doing a protest. Yet the people that turn up, the counter protest, they can turn up to whatever ones they want. So it's obvious they're paid. I mean, look at the banners and stuff like that. When have you ever seen somebody turn up to a protest with actual professional banners instead of like things wrote on cardboard and all that kind of stuff? They are professional. It's all done by design. This is why I don't bother getting involved in it, even if it's in Nottingham or anything like that. Because if one of them counter protests hitting me with a fucking stick, I'm gonna lose it, mate, and fucking smash it through his head. So I can't afford to do that. When I say I can't afford to do it, I'm not talking monetary wise. I'm talking about getting sent down. People are too far gone. How can anyone get angry over a St. George flag? For God's sake, you want the flag up, you have it up. Let's get it up right. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. It's crazy, mate. Fredizio Pinocchio, utter scumbag, that one. I know who that is. Who's that? Fredizio Pinocchio. That Liverpool protest last Saturday was wild. Yeah. See, the thing is, though, Pepsi, I like the Charlie Beach stuff, and I like the stuff with the auditors and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, they're there to make money. They're not there to actually do anything about it. They're just there to make money, you know. And the things that they say are the right things that they say, but they're saying it basically to get a reaction to make more money. That's pretty much what they're doing, you know. So I agree with them, but I don't like that part of it. If they get a video where they don't get anything, then that's it, isn't it? Forest signs John Victor, new goalkeeper from Botafogo. Oh, have we actually got Victor, have we? I haven't seen that on the official. I always sort of wait for the official before I actually say anything about it or do anything about it. I haven't seen that official. I have heard about it. And we got what? Let's have a look. Can't see anything like official or anything like that, but don't really know that much about him either, to be honest. I assume that means Miguel's going to be leaving because, I mean, Miguel's not. I mean, I can't understand Miguel. I mean, the size of him, he can't catch a fucking ball. What the fuck's that all about? And Lowland League Arts 1v2 heads. And that's Fabrice. Yay. Yeah. I get you. Yeah, I don't take much into account like what they say and stuff like that. I like to see it sort of official. Same as what you said last night, Michael. I mean, I was talking about like what I've been reading online. I normally say that this is what I've read, not what I know, but that's pretty much how I normally do it. When it's definite, that's when I'm interested in it, not when it's just like, these wanky reporters just saying something. But yeah, I mean, look, I see this country absolutely exploding at some point. Look at the September the 13th when Tommy Robinson's going to London and he's going to have loads of people. Tommy Robinson, I'm not 100% sure on, to be quite honest with you. There's a lot of people in these situations that see a advantage in it and go with it from that. Leicester 2, Birmingham 0. Yeah, that one was on tonight as well, wasn't it? Yeah, fuck Leicester. Not really bothered about Leicester, to be honest. But yeah, we don't really care about Leicester. They think we do, but we don't. And yeah, I think it's just a case of like what we're doing at the minute. That's all I'm kind of interested in. Big up to Tony Neary. How you doing, matey? Hope you're well. But yeah, it's going absolutely crazy, guys. Crazy. But yeah, on the Europa League draw, oh my days, that was driving me mad, that was. We've got pot 1, we've got pot 2, we've got pot 3, we've got pot 4. And then they did like this fucking magician that's going to all the balls and like putting up smoke and getting rid of all the balls to say that we don't use the balls anymore. What the fuck is going on here, bro? I was getting so fucking aggro with that. Still keep eye on Championship. I check on it regularly. I like to sort of see different players, if possible, to come up and stuff like that. Sarano, Jokeres, and all that lot. So I do like to sort of keep an eye on the Championship to sort of see the different players that you might sign at some point. Like Josh Bowler. What's happened to Josh Bowler? Is he gone? I mean, I like Josh Bowler. I thought he looked a really promising prospect, but I haven't seen him. I think he might have played 1-2 games, maybe something like that. I don't know. Not very, not very rememberable though. What I've seen from him or anything like that. But I think he has like played 1 or 2 games. But he has always looked like a bit of a quality player, but We've got to see him a little bit more, I suppose, and I don't think he's going to get into this team. What do you think of that left back with apparently signed, and he's coming for the medical, Nicola Savona or something? You ever seen anything of him? I think there's a right back as well, and I have no idea who that Lusherat Geertruda is. No idea. I'd have to check that one out. Decent looking draw for us in UEL, I thought. Yeah, I thought it was fine. I don't know much about the other teams, to be honest with you, but I would expect us to do well in something like that, to be honest. We need to do well in that. We need to do well in the Carabao Cup. We need to do well in the FA Cup. We need to do well in the league. Top 10, 9, whatever. I'd be all good with that. I think we've got a good side going at the minute. Palace first half wasn't very convincing, but Palace second half was. Not clued in about him at all. No, me neither. I normally sort of watch the YouTube and like just have a look at him and just see what he actually offers and stuff. But obviously, I don't make my proper opinion until they're actually in a Forest shirt, because I just have this thing where when you're in a Forest shirt, that's when I see whether you want to keep the shirt or whether you don't, you know. So I kind of make my opinion on that instead. Has anybody seen any of the new Anybody seen any of the new Southport? Fucking hell, they've got in big star they have on Meghan Markle. I ain't watched the episode, but I was watching a video the other day about Meghan Markle. She was asking him for it to be taken down, and she's going absolutely mad about it and saying she's going to sue him and all that kind of stuff. Fucking crazy, man. If you hadn't have done it, then they wouldn't have done an episode on it, would they? I love Southport. Have we got any fans of Southport in the chat? I'm pretty sure we must have. Southport is absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I can't remember how many I watched. I think I got to like season 26 or 27 or something like that. But it is just awesome. Absolutely awesome. As a comedy like from the States or from Canada, it is right up there as far as I'm concerned. The best comedies, in my opinion, are like Only Fools and Horses, Sickness and Health, all those kind of comedies from like back in the day. You know, I think the Brits have it now when it comes to comedy, but South Park is just something different. It's totally something different. They just don't care. They just don't care who they offend. They've gone for Trump. They've gone for everybody. It's fucking awesome, man. Awesome. I haven't watched an episode in years, but going to binge watch like 4 years worth. Yeah, you should, man. You should. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. South Park is absolute quality. There's 1 or 2 episodes. The one where Cartman gets the anal probe. That is just fucking absolutely hilarious. Dead Eye. Is it Dead Eye or something? The zombie type one? Pink Eye. Pink Eye, that's it. That's brilliant. I love Southport because they just don't care. And with it being satire as comedy, you can't really get it cancelled or anything like that. Paramount's just bought it anyway. They got rid of a woke show and they've bought Southport to be on Paramount. So that's not going nowhere soon. So at least we've got some light at the end of the tunnel with all this woke crap. Are You Being Served is Are You Being Served is fucking awesome. I love that. Gramville. That is fucking excellent. 2 Ronnies. Fucking hell. That's some great comedy, to be honest. Fucking Kenny Everett show. Kenny Everett show's class as well. Southport does not discriminate. All targets are legitimate. Absolutely. 100%. That's what you want, though, isn't it? That's what you want. I think it shows like Southport that kind of keep you believing that like this shit ain't gonna take over, you know, because you've still got things like that, and I'm sure they want to get that banned and get that gone, but they ain't gonna touch that. Not gonna touch Southport. And then you've got all the Simpsons things as well. All the Simpsons episodes where you've seen things that have like happened in the future. Have you heard about that kind of thing as well? A lot of like Simpsons episodes have got things that have happened in the future, which is kind of strange with the two towers and all that kind of thing. That's kind of weird as well. Makes you wonder if it's all set up, doesn't it, really? Makes you wonder if it's all set up. When Wendy James would have got it. Yeah. And asylum seekers stay at open hotel after government wins appeal. Yeah, they've turned it over, haven't they? They've U-turned it because the judge that's got involved in it is a woke little fucking twat and obviously got offered a lot of money. So they've managed to overturn the decision. Bro, it's peak at the minute. It really is peak at the minute. There's so many things happening that you just like, what? How the hell can that be the case? How the hell can you do that? But these things are happening, man. These things are happening. I've just remembered I've left my fucking beer in the freezer. I'll be back in a sec. Good thing I left them in the box, or if I hadn't ever left them in the box, they'd have been fucking ice pops. And FCNL Simpsons 9/11 Trump down elevator. Yeah. Yeah, something needs to be looked into that as well. Just been watching epic protests on AY show, free arrests. Yeah, big up to AY audits. But like I say, the only thing I have an issue with that kind of thing with is they're there to make money. They say it all the time. Oh yeah, give me some content. This will get like so many views and all this, that, and the other. I like the fact that they put things out there, but not everybody watches it. Don't know. I'm on the fence with that one, to be honest with you. I mean, I've thought about sort of going out there and doing it myself. But if you watch a lot of these videos, these people attack you, and then the police don't get involved until you actually retaliate. And I can't do that. can't do that. Did the thing have your beer in deep ice? Yeah. Well, luckily I left it in the cardboard container, because if I didn't, then it probably would have been proper ice, like I did the other day as well. Fucking ridiculous. Do you guys like Cruise Campo? Does any of you guys drink Cruise Campo? I love it. I'm absolutely not addicted to it as in an alcoholic. I mean, I had none for 2 days, but I'm not addicted to it in that way. But I just love the taste of it. Yeah, exactly, Andrew. Yeah, Tommy Robinson asks for money more than anyone. Yeah, I get that it takes money to do things, but to keep doing that, it makes you think, well, what is your motivation then? I get it takes money to do what he does, but what is your motivation? Because if I was doing something like that, I wouldn't ask for any money. I wouldn't ask for no money at all. It would be about what I'm doing. Like on this channel, I didn't ask for any money. I'll just say what I've got to say. I know it's not as big as him, but can't get that in the States. I'm about to crack open a Hobgoblin Ruby Bear. Nice. I've never really liked Hobgoblin. But I don't really do beer. I do sort of lager. I've always been like a lager drinker, so it's always got to be a lager type thing for me, even though it's gassy. But you like what you like, don't you? At the end of the day, I wonder if Tommy is controlled up. Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point. I think there's like a few people that could be, to be honest. The thing that annoys me, right? And I keep saying it, and I keep pointing it in on all the comments afterwards. There's too many parties. There's too many parties to get the UK back. So why don't you all join together, create one big party, that everybody can get behind, and then when you've got rid of the Labours and the Tories and all this, that, and the other, you can all fight it out between each other. I mean, we'll vote you in, and then, as far as I'm concerned, within 2 months or whatever, you can have another vote, and then we'll change it up. I'd be more than happy to do that. But when you more want to be the figurehead of change instead of actually being change, that sort of like, I'm not sure on that one. Should be about the country. It shouldn't be about you leading it. Possibly to pay court fees. Yeah, true. Yeah. You get Bud Light in the UK? No, we don't, and I wouldn't drink it anyway. I used to love Budweiser, but I wouldn't drink Bud Light. I ain't drinking nothing that fucking man-looking twat, fucking Dylan Devaney fucking gets behind. Oh, touch it, mate. Bud Light is piss as weak as piss in UK. Yeah, I've never had it, but I wouldn't have it anyway. Nothing like a cold Bud Light on a Friday. Yeah, I mean, again, that's another thing, isn't it, that divides people, because some people say, oh, this is the kind of person that drinks Bud Light. You drink whatever you want, really. If you enjoy it, you drink it. Yeah, Youngling is good too, and don't matter who's in government, they're all puppets on a string. Abso-fucking-lutely. 100%. 100%. Too many parties gives you a hangover, double meaning. Yeah, absolutely. And like I say, the thing is, the more parties you have, the more you're dividing the vote. And the more you divide the vote, the more chance the others are going to get in. So if it's about England, if it's about the UK, then all work together instead of wanting to be the fucking figurehead of the change. All work together, or get the country back, and then you can fight it out between yourselves after that. I mean, if you lot get in, we don't even have to do a 4-year term. We can do a 1-year term, 2-year term. I've always said, like, if you're offering something or you're promising something, there should be something in place. Whereas as soon as you stop delivering, we should be able to turn around and go, we're not having that. Get out. Get out. We'll have somebody else. And then they'll probably start doing it. Blue Moon, Fat Tire, and iPass. Yeah, I've never had any of that. Never liked bitter. I don't know if they are bitter, but never liked bitter. Mansfield bitter and all that kind of stuff. Just never liked it. I think it would be better for me because it's not as gassy, but just never been my thing. You think we need more vigilantes? Absolutely. 100%. And it's funny you say that, Bob Bose, because that's where it's going to go. That's exactly where it's going to go. Votes can be rigged anyway. We live on a planet of deception. Absolutely, mate. 100%. 100%. I'm not big on voting, but if it comes down to it, then I would have to like go out and vote reform just on the fact that something's got to fucking change, you know? I'm not big on voting at all. But the thing is, the guy that's in charge at the minute, he's destroying everything. He's destroying our values. He's taking everything away from what we are. And the thing is, what people don't realise in this country is if it goes off, it won't just be about illegals. It will just go off the fucking scale. And people ain't going to ask questions. It's just going to go off, you know. And if you're not of this origin or don't look of this origin, then you're going to be in the target. And I don't think they realise that. It's funny because I don't know what you know of like Nostradamus and all this kind of stuff, but I think there was a thing from Nostradamus because I read into all this kind of stuff. It's quite interesting. And he said by 2028, I think he said, I think it was 2028, the rivers of the UK are going to run red with blood with a leader with a, well, it said a turban, but that's more Sikh, which I wouldn't say it's going to be Sikh. But that's what was said by Nostradamus, 2028. So, I mean, and to be honest, the way we're leading, it's looking that way, isn't it? Let's face it. He's a puppet following orders, Starmer. Yeah, absolutely. I think I personally think he's a puppet of the WEF, the World Economic Forum. Do you believe Trump was really shot or was it a stage show? Interesting question. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a stage show because it was very sort of like, how the fuck did they not notice somebody getting up on top of the building? But then you've got this thing where it's like, well, maybe some of them was dodgy or whatever. So it's a very, very interesting question. And it did help him win the election, to be fair. I'll be honest, Andrew, I don't know anymore. I really don't know anymore. I know they work things the way that they want them. And I know there's people that will fall for it and there are people that don't fall for it. The biggest thing that always the biggest thing that always gets me is that basically it's like fucking, it always leads to dividing people. Always. Anything that they do leads to dividing people. And that sort of sets my spider sense tingling. Mobbo says that it was staged. Yeah, I mean, I get that. I mean, it was it was the guy that did it. I mean, if it's like a professional hitman or something like that, then job done, isn't it? Job done. But I don't know, mate, because there is some people out there that would actually go to those lengths to try and take him out. But how the hell does he get on that fucking roof? I mean, it just makes no sense to me. But then again, at the same point with the Twin Towers as well, how all that happens and how certain people was given the day off and how certain people that own the place wasn't there at the time and all that. There's so many questions in all of that. But I mean, regardless of that, I mean that was fucking horrific. Can you remember sitting there watching that? It was like watching a film. You know, watching the Twin Towers, it was like watching a film. Even it's real life, but it was like watching a movie. That was insane. And when the buildings came down, and you could see, oh man, fucking hell. I mean, I can remember an interview, and you could hear all these thudding. You could hear all this fucking thudding. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And then the person turned around and went, that's the bodies in the floor. Imagine being in a position of your life that your choice is either to fucking burn to death, die from inhalation of smoke, or jump out the fucking window that far up in the air. That is insane, bro. None of us have been through that scenario, and there's a lot of stories with it. I personally don't buy it, to be honest. I think it was the way the president reacted to it when he was told just said a lot to me. But I'm one of those people that I look at things, and if it doesn't add up, it don't add up, and that's it. My import 100% funny. Our prophet said he was going to be shot 6 months before. Interesting. Yeah. He'll get shot and ask where his shoe is. Did his shoe fall off anyways? Is that what he did? Did he ask where his shoe was? I don't know. I didn't see that one. Everybody forgets 7/7. Yeah, absolutely. What did you make of it in the UK when the Capitol was stormed? I don't know. I thought that was staged as well, to be honest. My personal first thought when I saw it was that was staged, personally. But that's just my opinion, you know, and everybody has an opinion on what they see. That's just what I thought. That was just what I thought. First thing Trump did was pardon everybody who stood up for justice. Yeah. I have big doubts on 7/7. Also, I can't believe they were doing drills on the exact stations on the exact days, and the guy came on TV smiling about it. This is the thing. There's always questions there, isn't there? And I think as human beings, we have to question everything. I think you have to question everything. You know, you can't just like look at it. You can't listen to the narrative. You've got to question everything that you see. It's same as the COVID situation. If you say anything about the COVID situation, oh yeah, it was bollocks and all this, that and the other, you're always going to get somebody come up to you and say, oh, my mum died of COVID. Well, wait a minute. People passed away when they didn't know what COVID was. They were saying it on the news and everything, that they're not sure what this is or anything like that. So please explain to me how if somebody dies, how can you put COVID on the death certificate? Surely that's fraud. Is it not? Surely that's fraud. If you don't know what the actual reason that person died of, and you said something that nobody understood, then surely that's fraud. It's got to be. Can't put that on a death certificate if you don't know what it is. I'd take the dive out of the 3. At least you get some sort of fair high on your way down. Yeah. Mate, that's crazy. And you know, the thing is, the worst fucking thing I saw on that was the Nottingham Evening Post actually had a guy jumping out the building, and then they had him step by step as he was going down to hit the floor. I was like, what the fuck is that? His kids are going to see that. COVID killed the wrong people. I don't even believe in the COVID thing, mate. COVID, I've said a long time since I was a kid that sooner or later flu is going to be used and weaponized. And I weren't wrong, was I? I wasn't wrong. I said the common flu is going to be used and weaponized eventually. And I wasn't wrong. And the amount of people that, I mean, it weren't about like not giving a shit about people. It was about my mind just saying, nah, this ain't right. This ain't right. I never got jabbed. I never got vaccines. My common sense kicked in there, and I was just like, nah, not for me, mate. Not doing that. No way. So that was pretty much how it went for me on the COVID jab. Just didn't feel right, mate. And I think the best thing any of us have got is gut feeling. And you've got to go with your gut feeling. We all know COVID was a hoax and the meaning behind it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I worry about the people that got jabbed. I don't think there was as many people got jabbed as what they've actually reported. I really don't. Because you've only got to look at the uproar now. There's so many people that are just waiting to be activated, basically. I've got to go for a pee, guys. I'm back in a sec. The thing is, for me, where COVID's concerned, nobody gave me a great argument. The symptoms was exactly the same as what you get from flu. So, just made no sense to me. Just made no sense to me, and I had to make my own decision on whether I was going to do it or not, and I wasn't, and that's it. I weren't going to do it, and that's it, and I won't do it, and I won't, same as I won't, like, clean my teeth with fluoride toothpaste either, you know. I have my mindset, and I know what's right, and I know what's wrong in my head. I'm not saying it's right for everybody, but just saying it's right in my head. So, same as this thing now, what's going on. You know, you've got all these things going on at the minute. You know, genocide in Gaza. Yeah, well, there's genocide in a lot of different countries, but you don't seem to care about that one. AFCNL. My wife is a funeral director during Jab G time. It was quiet, now busy than ever with turbo cancers. Yeah. and they're causing that shit as well. You know what? I was watching. I looked at something the other day, and apparently a doctor's like come up and said that a cancer cell in your body is actually helping to fight it. And if you like do the chemo thing, and a lot of people ain't going to agree with this. Whatever you agree, whatever you want to agree with, I don't know. But when you use chemo, it actually fucking makes the cancer aggressive and attacks more. I don't know whether that's true or not. That's just something I've seen. I wouldn't be surprised because I think it's important to them to sort of keep the popularity down to a certain sort of angle and a certain amount of people. So, yeah, it would not shock me at all if that was the case. But, yeah, who knows? Who knows? But anyway, guys, it's 3 hours and 20 minutes. So, I'm going to zip off. And as always, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting to the real ones in the chat. And Carl Rossi, obviously, and obviously Dal as well. So, big up to you all. And I will see you maybe for one of the games tomorrow. Let's have a look what the games are tomorrow. We've got Chelsea Fulham, haven't we? 12:30. I don't think I'm going to be doing that one, to be honest with you. 3 o'clock, we've got Tottenham, Bournemouth, we've got Wolves, Everton, Man United, Burnley, Sunderland, Brentford, Leeds, Newcastle is at 5:30. So I'd say I'll probably do the Leeds, Newcastle one at 5:30. The other one's at 3 o'clock. I'll kind of see what I'm doing at that time. Man United Burnley might be kind of an interesting one as well. Tottenham Bournemouth could be a good game as well. That's at 3 o'clock tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see where we go with that. But yeah, remember the Georgia Guidestones. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And latest, yeah, man. Right, so guys, cheers for coming in. Appreciate it as always. And as always, guys, keep it real, keep it yay. And yeah, tatty fucking bye. Toodles. Have a good weekend, guys.